The real is back. Now give me, a few more minutes. I gotta make this Pop-Tart. I need something to eat. Egoveli has returned. West Side. We gonna talk about this. Smash the like button. We throwing this up for the West Side. I will be back shortly. Smash the like button, and we going in. ride. Egoveli has returned. Bomb first, Illuminati. All through your body with blows like a 12-gauge shotty. Feel me? Hey, we about to talk about this. When we ride, outlaws. Smash the motherfucking like button. Bomb first. Bring it. How's everybody doing today? When we ride on the casual enemies, we sipping Hennessy. We got the Remy and Hennessy pop it. Oh my God, hold on, let's get it. Everybody throw your dubs up. Yeah, Egoveli's back. The real is back, man. We're getting straight to it. We just gotta warm the mic up. Bring it, allow me to introduce first. Machiavelli dog, spiritual, lyrical, like the Holy Quran, get shook like 5-0. When we ride, Egoveli, the dawn has returned. Sooner or later, y'all will learn. Play with fire, you do get burned. Bomb first. When we ride, oh my gosh, let's get it. Now, listen, we gonna get straight to the money. You know, I'm gonna be eating. I'm gonna be talking. Anthony Joshua went on, you know, First Take, ESPN First Take, and he gave me a lot of things to talk about. A-Side Anthony, you know, smash the like button. I got a lot of things. We're gonna be spending a lot of quality time together. See you, lady, sweetie, honey, sugar. Oh my gosh, what Anthony did made it worse for himself. A-Side Anthony on First Take made it worse for himself. We about to talk about it. I gotta get some food in my system. You know, we don't need much. Hey, New York, you've been blocked like 19 times. How you keep coming back? Why you keep coming back? This is a live thing. All right. Here's the thing. I now see why digital platforms, a motherfucker could come like myself, channels like mine could come from YouTube and infiltrate this game. Because ESPN, they got all the clearance in the world. They just had A-Side Anthony on there. And, you know, like as an independent YouTuber, you got to worry about like, hey, if I say anything, are they going to give you credential? You know, that's what people worry about and shit like that. ESPN, they can afford to ask, you know, pretty much what they want, you know, within reason. You know, nobody's asking Joshua about his sex life or nothing like that, but they have him there, you know? And, you know, it's like a lot of people just like kissing ass, you know, not asking some of the tough questions. You get what I'm saying? Like, how is it that Ebro can have Kodak Black walk out of an interview because of some shit he said? I don't care if you agree. This is not about Kodak Black and Ebro. I'm just saying, Ebro is, you know, obviously saying stuff that got under the skin of Kodak Black. I don't think it was intentional. And Kodak Black felt the type of way, you know, they had a disagreement and he walked out. But here in boxing, these guys take punches for a living, right? But motherfuckers is afraid to ask like the tough questions that the fans really want to know, you know? And when it comes to A-Side, Anthony Joshua and Eddie Hearns, there's a lot to be desired in terms of what they're getting asked in interviews. And, you know, you want to hear certain like reactions and shit. Like for starters, everybody seems to have forgotten, except for Egoveli, when Anthony Joshua was on the apron of a boxing ring, and he said on camera, on tape, you see his face, so no mask, so you see it, so you know that it came directly out of the horse's mouth. People seem to forget about that Sky Sports interview where he's sitting on the apron with Johnny Nelson, and he says, the thing is, right, I might fight Wilder in 2018, 2019, who knows, 2020, when I feel the fight should happen, when I feel ready, when I feel that it makes the most sense. He's saying things like this, right? And, he got a lot of flack for that from the real ones. Like, real people like, what you mean, 2020? Really? Because this was back in like 2017 when the interview came out, maybe late 2017 or something. And they're like, that's not a good look, right? And people seem to forgot. It's like, Nas the Lost tapes. People forgot about that. But guess what? He's right on course to have that happen, the fight in 2020. So a lot of fans, they want to battle and bicker and talk about, oh no, AJ wants it, Wilder wants, they want to do that. But people don't even bring up the thing that got this whole thing rocking, which was that tape. That's what really, that to me, that was like the $50 million. That was a quintessential moment in talks, fan talks of Wilder versus Joshua that had people like, And conveniently, ESPN, they don't talk about that. I don't know if they even know about it, right? You said you play the clip. It's on YouTube. They can show highlights they get clearance to show Joshua knocking out Klitschko, live footage from, Sky Sports and HBO Boxing, but you can't play that clip. You can't get the clearance for that clip. Joshua said 2018, 2019, or 2020. And guess what? He's on course to have the Wilder fight happen. We know it's not happening in 2018. So it's actually on course for what he initially said. There's a saying that says, if someone shows you who they are, believe them. AJ told you from the jump, he gonna do it when he wants. And you got a motherfucker coming to me saying I'm biased. I'm racist. A-Side Anthony on First Take was a dreadful damage control attempt to show face and cause confusion. What they were saying on ESPN First Take was absolutely horrific. To be honest, I should have took notes because there's so much that I want to talk about, and I don't even know if I can remember. See, I got a pretty good memory, but when it's that much shit, it's like, damn. I was listening to it driving. I'm going to get a coffee, but we going to try our best to break down some of the things. Now, like, and the other thing is, it's like, let's say your whole house is dirty, super dirty. You don't even know where to begin. When you want to clean it, do I start in the kitchen? Do I do the master bedroom? Do I do, the guest bedroom? Do I start in the bath? You don't even know. That's how it is with this, I don't even know where to start. I don't even know if we should start in the bathroom, the kitchen, the master bedroom. I really don't know. But, I'm going to try. This is why it made it worse, because some of the shit that was being said on there was some bullshit. And you have Stephen A. Smith and Max Kellerman. And in my opinion, I don't know if Max Kellerman's a clone, because I grew up always, watching HBO boxing and shit like that. And Max Kellerman was like on point. He was like, I'm on point like a thorn out here. Like, he was on point, bring back, how they say, make America great again, make Max great again. Make him, he used to be on point. Like, he was one of the few people pulling for Rigondeaux to get a Donaire fight, not making excuses. You get what I'm saying? Like, Max Kellerman was like on point, but like over the years, I feel like even Teddy Atlas, there's some guys, and it's like, as time goes on, it seems like they turn into more company man. I don't know if behind the scenes, the networks are saying, hey, don't say that, don't stir up no shit now. I don't know. But, you know, make Max great again, because I think Max has a lot of insight, but it's not doing any justice right now. Like, okay, for example, if y'all want an example from Egoveli the Dawn, can I get a hell yeah in the comment section? Egoveli will tell you. Man, I'm on point like a thorn out here. Listen, if y'all want an example of what I'm talking about, you know, regarding Max Kellerman, right? Smash the like button, and can I get a hell yeah? Y'all gotta wake up. This ain't no game. We do this. Nah, I need to see more than that. I'm just gonna eat. You know, just like AJ. He gonna take the fight when he want. I'm gonna eat and I'm gonna answer when I feel like it. I'm gonna break it down when I want to. I might break it down in 2020. Y'all gotta wait for it. I run this. I'm not gonna break this shit down till 2020. December 31st, 2020. So I don't know how y'all even clicked on this video, because I'm gonna break it down on December 31st, 2020.
In Wembley. So I get you are the number one star.
Listen. Oh my gosh, I promise you, Egoveli the Dawn when we ride. Listen.
One. So in that sense, I feel he should come to my backyard
and
fight me.
And you're the bigger economic engine. When people talk about Canelo's the biggest engine in the sport. In fact, you are the number one star in worldwide boxing. Canelo is too close, but you're number one right now in the absence of Floyd Mayweather. You're the heavyweight champion of the world, or a heavyweight champion of the world. You're an undefeated Olympic super heavyweight gold medalist. You're entering your physical prime, and you put 100,000 people in Wembley. So I get your argument.
Okay. This dude, Max Kellerman, he just said that AJ is a bigger worldwide star than, he said, in the absence of Floyd Mayweather, AJ is the biggest star in the world. And he's a bigger star than Canelo. Like, they're both big. Like, don't get it twisted. But Canelo has another region he is from, too, you know, in Mexico, that, you know, check for him. He's well known in the United States, and UK is just a place that have a lot of great boxing fans. So when he was fighting Amir Khan and Liam Smith, you know, I just named three. I can think of hella UK fighters Canelo fought. You know, Matt Hatton, Ricky Hatton's brother. I believe Ryan Rhodes is from there. Amir Khan, Liam Smith. He's fighting Rocky Fielding this week. You know, that's like 5 UK fighters. So I know, you know, the UK knows who the fuck Canelo is. So how in the fuck is Anthony Joshua a bigger worldwide star? Canelo got Mexico. He fought Floyd Mayweather. So, you know, he's known in the United States. My dad and everybody, you know, they know who, my sister knows who Canelo is. You know, girls know who Canelo is or whatever. And I know he's known in the UK. And those are 3 major territories for boxing. So, you know, what is Max Kellerman talking about? Now, see, I told y'all, don't come to my channel unless you got receipts. Believe me, Egoveli got receipts. Now, Anthony Joshua just posted this yesterday, right? I'm really finna fuck the game up. He says, you're a bigger economic star. You're a bigger star than Canelo, with Floyd being retired, of course. And you're a bigger economic engine and worldwide. When AJ came to the game that Stephen A. Smith, when he first joined the telecast, he said, oh, it was good seeing you at the game. You know, he was at a Warriors game or something in the finals, playoffs or whatnot. And they were calling him Anthony Johnson. They didn't even know his name. But then on that same telecast, they called Deontay Wilder his proper name. Now, Anthony Joshua, that's like 2 first names. So what's easier to remember and pronounce? You know, a more like ethnic name like Deontay Wilder, or basically 2 basic first names, Anthony Joshua. And they didn't even know who, you know what I'm saying? They didn't even know who he was. You know, he was eating a hot dog, looking around and shit, and eating the fucking, you know, Nathan's Famous, and nobody was like gawking or looking, you know. They're probably just like, who's that big ass dude? Now I'm really finna fuck y'all up, you know, because I know what they try to do. The damage control YouTube channel and, like, you know, coon channels, this is what they try to do. They try to come from behind me and, you know, and say the opposite of what I said. Now, like I said, I always come with receipts. This is Anthony Joshua yesterday. He's in New York in the United States. Mr. Economic Engine. Mr. Economic Engine is riding the New York subway, right? And he ain't being stopped and ambushed and bamboozled and, like, you know, stopped for autographs. The only person that went like that was part of his entourage because they seen that he was filming. So how is Mr. Economic Engine on the metro? You know, he on the this dude on the A train in New York, you know, one of the biggest, you know, most popular popping places in the United States. He just on the metro chilling, and there's no calamity. There's no commotion. There's no heavyweight Hercules. Ain't nothing. The motherfuckers just looking like, man, I can't wait to get in my stop. My bunions is hurting. There's nobody that was reactive. What? And he's there for a boxing card. Like, what? So how you gonna say he's bigger than Canelo? You think Canelo on the fucking subway? You think Canelo just be on the, you know, I mean, he might, but maybe with his team, but, you know, what? You think Floyd Mayweather, this motherfucker Mayweather charter airplanes and got Mayweather Air. You think Mayweather gonna be on the dirty ass 8 train? You know what I'm saying? You think he's gonna be on the 8 train just chilling like, oh, hold up, you know, holding a little strap. Hey, I'm Money Mayweather. I'm TBE. Like, motherfucker, what? So what is Max Kellerman talking about? See, I told you I tend to come with receipts. Yeah, I know it hurts. Breathe. Yeah. All you gotta do is breathe. So how you saying he's bigger than Canelo? Canelo, he coming to Canelo's fight in New York. Canelo didn't come to his fight. You know, they're both big stars, but, you know, that was just one thing that I noticed. Then AJ, you know, for his part, he starts saying, like, I don't know what the perception is with America, but he was like, yeah, I want to fight. He said something like, I really want to fight. I'm just not the type to wear bling and a bunch of jewelry. Boy, if you don't, nobody care what jewelry, like, you know, that is not what America. And the funny thing is, AJ be listening to all types of American hip hop, like, you know, the locks and shit. So I don't know if he's brainwashed into thinking that's what it. I don't wear no jewelry, you know. I could get a couple of little pieces or something, you know. And nobody care if you wearing jewelry. What does that got to do with you fighting Wilder? You know, who's out here like, man, I would want to see Deontay Wilder versus Anthony Joshua, but the motherfucker ain't got enough bling on. Who's saying that? Who cares about bling? Like, where did that even come from? This is what I'm saying. Where did that come from? When did anyone ever complain about Wilder and Joshua and they weren't willing to purchase a ticket because AJ didn't have enough Jesus pieces? Because he had no ice on. What was that? Why did he say that? I have never based a fight outcome. My anticipation for a fight has never been determined on the jewelry that the fighter wears in their spare time. Oh my God, bro. Smash the like button. Like, where? I don't even know where that came from. That was just so random when he said that. He was like, oh, the thing, I don't know what else I have to say. I don't be wearing a bunch of jewelry. Who asked you to wear jewelry? What? What is bling? Like, I literally, for the life of me, I could not understand what that had to do with, like, there's nobody criticizing you off of your lack of jewelry. There is not one person, I ain't never seen no fucking channel, my channel, Dante 78, I never seen nobody criticize you off of a lack of bling. What are you talking? This ain't no Cash Money Records taking over for the night. Hey, oh, this is not 2000. Oh, why? Hey, bling bling. Every time I come around your city, bling bling. Every time I see a heavyweight, bling bling. Every time I go to the fucking bling bling. Oh my gosh. Hey, I ain't no buster, nigga. Carry him up out the dungeon, nigga. Like, what are you talking about, bro? Bling bling. Every time I see a AJ, bling bling. Every time that money, bling bling. Like, what y'all want with me, huh? I do this. Let's get it. Hey, whoa. I said, wow, the nigga, and he about to fight Tyson Fury, nigga, in a rematch, busting with a. Hey, whoa. Manny Fresh. Every time I come, bling. Where did this bling talk come? Like, what y'all want from me, man? Come on, man. What are y'all talking about, bruh? What is jewelry? I don't give a fuck if you got a Native American piece of turquoise on. A shark's tooth dangly earring. Remember them dangly cross joints that Barry Bonds used to wear? I don't give a fuck if you wear that. Barry Bonds used to let that shit bang with a little, what's his name? Aaron Neville. Everybody, but Aaron Neville used to let that little dangly earring, he used to let that shit bang. You could wear that. I don't care. I just want to see you fight Wilder or Tyson Fury or Luis Ortiz. You could have that Aaron Neville dangly ass cross, with the teardrop. Everybody play the fool. Now. Why Aaron Neville sing like that? Everybody play the fool. No. Yeah, Aaron Neville had that funny ass. Aaron Neville sound like you trying to tune the radio station. Everybody play like, what the fuck is wrong? Motherfucker, that nigga, man, what? That dude created auto-tune. That motherfucker, he was the original. Me. Like, what the fuck is wrong with you, bro? Motherfucker recorded a song sliding down a slide. Like, it fucking fucking tribal chants. Hey, what the fuck was that? Hey, but it sounded good, Hey, for the young folk, just type in Aaron Neville. That motherfucker, this shit was hella quaky. Anthony, like, this motherfucker yodeling. What is it? R and yodel. I heard of R&B. This shit R and yodel. I believe. What's that yodeling kid in Walmart? A little white kid. Anyway, Infant Goldie, shout out, $2 super chat. Ego, I was thinking the same thing. Like, what the fuck? Yeah, I mean, what was he talking about? Bling. I don't have enough bling on. Nobody care. Wilder don't be wearing a bunch of bling. Tyson Fury getting a lot of respect in America. He don't be wearing a bunch of bling. Like, maybe, bruh, what? What does that have to do with anything? That's what I'm saying. I don't know what the perception is for America, but motherfuckers don't care. Shit, nobody want to wear bling. You fuck around, go to the wrong hood, get robbed. Nobody's tripping off bling like that, except for like rappers. People who have like an image and they want, they want to. Nobody care about no bling, except for Floyd and some rappers. Teddy Fresh, $10 super chat. Anthony Johnson sound insecure as hell. Why he act like he didn't know the lineal title was? Get the fuck out of here. Oh my gosh, bruh. He says, bro, he said a date, you're clueless. I'm clueless. I'm Alicia Silverstone, but you don't even know how to spell your. Come on, Thomas. How am I clueless, but you can't even spell? He said, you're clueless. Bro, Thomas, you can't even spell, but I'm clueless. See? It's projection, y'all. They project what they feel about themselves. He's clueless, so he gonna say I'm clueless. The motherfucker can't even spell. You're. As if you clueless, motherfucker. Man, don't listen. Go to night school like Kevin Hart and them. You know, before you, if you ever think you can fuck with me, you gotta get your subjects and predicates and verbs and nouns in order. Sort that out. Then come for me. But you never will ever be ready for me if you can't even spell basic words. Motherfucker talk about, hey, which one should I buy? He's spelling like witch on a broom. Like, bro, get your hocus pocus. Come on. You can't even spell witch and your and like simple shit. Get your simpleton ass up out of here. I run the game. I'm Egoveli. I told y'all don't play. This is Egoveli. This ain't regular ego. Smash the like button. Take your ass and get a GED before you come fuck with me. Oh my gosh, I said get a GED before you think you can fuck with me. Huh? Yeah, so you gonna drop out in preschool, huh? Yeah, nap times, you know, that got too rough for you, so you had to drop out. That's what you telling me, huh? That motherfucker drop. Why your boy drop out of preschool? I'm tired of taking naps. I'm never coming back. That motherfucker, you don't take your ass back to someone's charter school. Don't come for me. This is not the time for you. Anyway, back to AJ. I don't know what he was talking about with some bling shit. What? We want to see you fight Wilder. This ain't no fucking battle of the bodacious bods or, you know, bling contest. I don't know what that was about. Ego, you're a clear hater. What I hate on? You in the hot seat. Okay. Yeah. Breathe. Okay, David Senna. You said, Ego, you are a clear hater. What did I hate about? Let's hear it. Look, I got big ears. I'm all ears. David Senna. I'm gonna eat my Pop-Tart. Yeah, give me a little bit of intermission. What I hate about? Block Thomas. He mad because he didn't go to night school. Get him out of here. Shooters. Cancel that. I'll buy another one. Get Thomas Ilston. Yeah, you feeling ill, all right. David, you got 10 seconds. What did I hate about? What do you disagree with? All right. Yeah, he said, Ego, you're a hater. Okay, yeah. I'm a hater. What do you disagree with? What did I hate on? What did I say that was not factual? I would love to hear it. See, this is what they do. If you speak your mind, especially if you sauteing them with realistic points, you're a hater. You know, it don't care if it's supported, if you cite your sources, you're a hater because they don't want to hear it. David, you said the interview made it worse for him, but he's clearly saying he wants the Wilder fight. Next. But I'm also telling you why it made it worse. So how does that make me a hater? You're not doing a good job of it. I said, like, I'm not even halfway through this particular stream, and you're calling me a hater. And so far, everything I've said, I've told you what I didn't prefer in that interview. And I'm still going. But you stop me and you say I'm hating. Don't cite any one thing, but you're going off the title of the video. How does that work? Like if you take a class and it was called, like, you know, a college class, the evolution of humanity, and it's day one and the teacher starts, you're like, hey, get to that evolution shit, motherfucker. You know, you got to build up. You got to go through the chapters. You don't just get to the end in the first day. I'm telling you what I don't like about that. I'm telling you why it's worse. You stopped me in the middle. I said like two things and made a couple of jokes. And you stop me and say I'm hating and give no examples. And I didn't even get to the good stuff. So how am I hating? Look at Shay, you got one response, man. It's looking real shaky for y'all. Death Row East, believe in that. Believe in that. I didn't even get to that. Yeah, he did say he wanted to fight Wilder, but he was looking shifty-eyed than a motherfucker. Watch it. You like Scarface say, the eyes, Chico. Huh? The eyes never lie, you know? And he conveniently, man, David, you gotta hurry up. Hurry up. You fucking up the rotation, dog. You fucking up the rotation. David got 5 seconds. David, say something, David. You gotta do something, David. Exactly. He's trying to distract. 4 seconds, David. You gotta do something, David. Hey, Davey boy, you gotta do something, motherfucker. Body, Ernicle, block him, block David. Get him out of here. They trying to slow it down. See, this is what they do. Man, I'm not talking about Usyk fighting Joshua. Joshua need to fight his contemporaries. Bye-bye, David. You had a chance. Body, Ernicle. Yeah, we about to put you in the urn. Yeah. Death Row East. Believe in that. Yeah. My shooters is coming. They putting cases on all you. This is what they try to do. Hold on, let me take one bite because they're going to try to distract me again. Yeah. You see? That's proof that they don't want to hear it, no matter how factual. He said, I'm hating. I ain't even got to the majority of what I'm here to talk about why I feel it made it worse and why I feel it was damage control for Joshua. He called me a hater. And I told you the simple shit about I didn't understand the Bling comment. And I didn't understand Mac's comment about Canelo being number 2 to AJ worldwide stardom. That's really the only things I've said. You know, and made some jokes. And he mad already. But fuck him. Let's get it. Smash the like button. We the live stream Death Row East. I told y'all. They said don't start a war unless I got my money right. Well, I got my money right. Now I'm on war. All right. Before they come back. Anthony Joshua. You know, let's jump. We're going to jump to the Anthony Joshua. Yeah. We'll say some of the other more minuscule points. So, Anthony Joshua, he did, he says, I don't know what else I need to say. Won't. Look, I just got on Twitter and look what someone said. This is just random. I just popped on. It says, this is what I knew I wasn't the only one. Hold on. This is some weak shit from AJ. Now, all of a sudden, he wants to hop all over a Wilder fight after seeing the way Fury handled him, but now he wants no part of Fury. Look, I don't even know who that is. And I told you, it's a rap, bro.
I'm willing, as I said, I'm willing to fight Deontay Wilder April 13th in London. So I don't know what more I have to do to get that message across. He's more interested in fighting Tyson Fury. Tyson Fury holds no world titles.
And you're really okay just waiting that out and seeing what's what and eventually fighting them?
I can't control what Deontay Wilder does. I can't control it.
Look at AJ's eyes.
Or even as far as what they say. But what I can do is control what I say and what I'm doing. I made sure with the negotiations, I booked the date in advance, set the venue in advance, and I'm making my point clear in front of everyone watching.
Watch.
I'm willing to fight any one of these guys, especially the champion, Deontay Wilder, April 13th. I went real quick. What more can I say?
Fury.
Look. He starts by looking at the camera, and then he's like looking away at Max and stuff. Like,
venue in advance. And
watch.
I'm clear in front of everyone watching. I'm willing to fight any one of these guys, especially the champion, Deontay Wilder.
Look at his eyes, bro. Hold on.
Or even as far as what they say. But what I can do is control what I say and what I'm doing. I made sure with the negotiations, I booked the date in advance, set the venue in advance, and I'm making my point clear in front of everyone watching. I'm willing to fight any one of these guys, especially the champion, Deontay Wilder, April 13th. I went real quick. What more can I say? Fury.
That was the call out. You know, that was the call out. And, you know, I'm not going to keep running this shit, you know, because YouTube be like, oh, ESPN monetizing your video. We getting credit for this video. But anyway, that was the call. He just said, oh, yeah, I want to fight him. And his eyes are shifting from the camera to Max to the camera. And then they just stay on Max. You know what I'm saying? And he says, I'm willing to fight either one of these guys. But then he goes on to say that he's not interested in fighting Tyson Fury. What are you guys gonna say to this? Like, look, listen. Tell me if I'm lying. He just said, I'll fight any one of these guys. And then they said, Max said something, oh, what about Tyson Fury? He said, I'm not interested in Tyson Fury. What? You just said you'll fight either. Listen.
Control what I say and what I'm doing. I made sure with the negotiations, I booked the date in advance, set the venue in advance, and I'm making my point clear in front of everyone watching.
Block Bebe. Get these motherfuckers out of here.
Any one of these guys, especially the champion, Deontay Wilder, making my point clear in front of everyone watching. I'm willing to fight any one of these guys, especially the champion, Deontay Wilder, April 13th.
Real quick, what more can Tyson Fury. Real quick, Tyson Fury. You're not interested.
Because he's not the champion.
He just said, I'm willing to fight either one of these guys, right? I'm willing to fight either one of these guys. And he says, especially Deontay Wilder. And then AJ or Max said something, oh, what about Tyson Fury? He said, man, I'm not interested in Tyson Fury. He don't have a belt. I thought you just said you're willing to fight either one of these guys. Okay. Bro, these man fans, you guys are just trapped. You know what I'm saying? That's not, these are all things that I pick up on. Ricky Samuel, $2 super chat. Look into the camera, AJ. You got fans, they got to be like the director of the program. Hey, look straight ahead. Like, when listen, I study boxing. I don't know what level of fan each person is, but me, I study boxing. And I can cite memorable call-outs and stuff, and that wasn't one of them. That didn't even, he looking around, eyes all shifty and stuff. That wasn't, look at when Wilder was on Good Morning Great Britain. He was like, AJ, you a coward. You a coward. I came to, he's like looking directly at the camera, like angry. Watch Timothy Desert Storm Bradley when the fight at the time, the big fight was him versus Devin Alexander, and he had just beat whoever, Casamayor or whoever. And Tim Bradley's like, yeah, get the venue, get the money right. I'll fight you next, Devin Alexander. His lips start quivering. His eyes look all beady and shit. That's when Bradley was like, you know, he was like the best guy at 140 or one of them. That man Bradley, he looked straight at the camera and he said, yeah, get the date, get the venue, and get my money right, and I'll fight you next, Devin Alexander. And then he looked like a dog after. You know what I'm saying? AJ, eyes is all shifting. He's like, oh yeah, I'll fight any one of these guys. I mean, that just wasn't a stern call out. Look at what Tyson Fury, when he's talking about AJ, he's not looking all like shifty. And I know some people, oh, you're a body language expert. I mean, y'all can say whatever you want, but hey, go to the hood, and then, you know, you got an expensive laptop and all this shit in your backpack, and have a motherfucker coming down the street asking you questions in a dark street, and they looking all shifty. You know, if you don't, I don't have to be a body language expert, you know. So have an expensive laptop and shit, and then go to the hood and have somebody like, hey man, you got some spare change? And they keep reaching by their pockets and shit. Like, you know, this is just basic body language. I wouldn't, you know, somebody doing all that. I'm like, you know, you gotta back, bro. Like you know, you don't have to be no expert for no shit like that. He said, I'm trying to twist what he said. It's time for Wilder to put up or shut up. Hey, these dudes, bruh, they cannot fuck with me. They cannot fuck with the channel. I'm trying to tell you. Listen, he said I'm trying to twist up what he said, and I just played for you what he said. Please explain this. How am I trying to twist up what he said when I let you guys listen to what he just said? Somebody explain. Somebody explain this. How am I twisting up shit and I'm going over what he said? And you know the other reason why, shout out to my dude Aaron, shout out to Big Texas. But the other reason why what he just said in the comment section is exactly what I was thinking. It looks bad because everything is shifting. It's like been a pendulum shift. AJ is now clout chasing. Mr. A-Side Anthony is now the one who has to keep bringing up other people's names. He has to. You're not supposed. You're this A-Side master. And before, Wilder had to keep calling you out. Now Wilder and Fury, they have an avenue to make a lot of money in a rematch. Everybody gave them credit, no matter who you thought won. You know, Showtime did a good job promoting it. The second one's going to be bigger. The undercard's probably going to be better, and it's going to do better numbers. Now they have another avenue. Now all of a sudden, so you know, it looks like AJ is now clout chasing. You know, it looks like he's now clout chasing because now he has to keep, like, for example, look at the simple shit. Wilder has been screaming on AJ, screaming on him. He was on Good Morning Great Britain. He came to the UK for the Fury Wilder press conference. He was on Good Morning Great Britain, and he was like, AJ, you a coward. You a coward. You're in AJ's neck of the woods saying this. Wilder tried to get in the ring and let it be known beforehand that he was getting in the ring versus Joseph Parker. They said, no, don't get in the ring. You know what I'm saying? Wilder has been on First Take, and he was saying the same thing. So you wait until this golden opportunity, after all that stuff cools down, Wilder has unfinished business with Fury. Now all of a sudden you're talkative. Now all of a sudden you go on First Take. You get what I'm saying? No, bro, we're not. Just like I said with the analogy, that's like when in high school, two people were about to fight. One person was like pulling up, like, yeah, I'm gonna beat your ass, you know, or whatever, blah, blah, blah. And then the other person looked shook. And then all of a sudden, when the campus monitors, yard duty and principals and stuff come, hey, break it up, and start taking people to the office. And then they, hold me back. You wasn't doing all of that, though. You know, so you can't, that's the oldest trick in the book. You know, to save face, now all of a sudden it's hold me back. But there was no one holding you back. Before, there was no teacher, no adult to intervene. And you weren't doing that. You know, you didn't just swing on that person. You didn't just like talk your shit back. You was taking big gulps and shit. And I'm not talking about 7-Eleven. You know what I'm saying? That's like that. I used to see that in high school. You know, where somebody like, yeah, man, I heard you was talking shit, blah, blah, blah. And, you know, somebody roll up. Hey, which one of y'all can't? You know, somebody roll up. But then now when the adults come to break it up, then all of a sudden you get Brody like, yeah, man, hold me back, man. I was about to finish fucking. Like, you can't do that. And that's, in essence, this is one of the reasons why it's making AJ look worse, because now it looks like you're clout chasing. The whole world knows that Deontay Wilder was on your line, and now all of a sudden you make it down to New York. You know, keep in mind, when Wilder Fury, before it happened, you publicly stated in an interview you were not going to go to his fight. In fact, not only were you not going, you weren't even like willing to stay up, according to what you said, whether it's true or not, according to what you're quoted as saying, you were going to bed. So now all of a sudden you have so many thoughts on Wilder Fury outcome, blah, blah, blah. Now all of a sudden you want to make the fight. So, you know, either way, it's a bad look, because you could have been at the fight. What better way to call somebody out than call them out in person? You know what I'm saying? Like I don't go around looking for problems. You know, that's not me. I don't run around thinking I'm like, you know, Mr. Untouchable. But you notice all the people that be talking crazy on this internet shit, you know, that's where it stays. You know, it's yeah, fuck you, ego, I'm gonna slap you. Okay. You know. But then you know, you go out to the fights, I'm there. I'm in the crowd. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like So it's like you know you can't, like, what better way to do something to, like, it's not even just like next level violence type of shit, but like if I had a problem with someone, then I'm at least phone them. If you're going out with a girl or she going out with you, that's chicken shit if you leave a note on her car and break up with her, or if she does that to you, you know, call them, talk to them in person, say, hey, it's not working, don't want to be out, you know, I don't want to go out with you anymore. Like, I would never send someone an email, it's over, send. You know, I don't know, that to me, I feel like go straight to the source, especially if you spend some time with someone that you cared about. You know, why you gonna break up with them through an email or a note on the windshield or some shit? That's weird, you know. At the very least, a phone call, you know. But anyway, now AJ wants to do all these things. Now AJ wants to go to, so the whole time Wilder's screaming on you and the shit's hot. Before, when he wasn't occupied with nobody, right? You didn't go on First Take and do all this. But now he's somewhat occupied, and they're trying to spin the narrative that, hey, don't fight Tyson Fury, the guy that some people say arguably beat you. Pull out of that. We're both free with mandatories, and it's about legacy. So, you know, if you want legacy and undisputed, then do that. But it doesn't work like that. Here's why. Oh my God, I'm killing y'all. Smash the like button. Listen, this is why it doesn't work like that. Because no matter what Wilder is in, he's in, like, he would be on thin ice. For example, if Wilder says, fuck Tyson Fury, I'm fighting AJ for legacy, block Michael Buckland, you getting bucked. He said, Ego, do you do selfies? Block this motherfucker. What does me doing selfies got to do with anything? This stream will not go on until I see the shooters spread love with that shotty. Listen, don't ask me no stupid shit like that. We talking boxing, you asking if I like selfies. Thank you, Mosquito. Listen, see how they just try to distract? But we're not moved by it. We know what they're trying to do. So, Anthony Joshua, you know, Wilder would be like, it would be kind of like a catch-22. If he says, fuck Tyson Fury, I'm going after AJ, and fights AJ in April, then guess what people will say? A lot of people. They'll say, because AJ stylistically is more head up. You know, he's more, you know, in your face with it, which is a totally different fight for Wilder. Tyson Fury, the reason why he gave Wilder problems is because his reach, his length, and his boxing ability, totally different style. So they would easily say that Wilder chose AJ, which is the more like, you know, who lands first type of fight, because he didn't want to deal with the difficult fight in Tyson Fury. So it would look like he avoided Tyson Fury to take a style that's easier to cope with if you can land big. Do you get what I'm saying? Even Andre Ward, post Wilder Fury, his opinion, he says, I don't think Deontay Wilder will want to go through that again, because stylistically, Tyson Fury, his style gives problems to Wilder 7 days a week. That's Andre Ward's, you know, expert opinion, right? So, you know, you got people who know that stylistically the Tyson Fury fight is difficult because he's going to have to, you got to hit the target. AJ is hittable. So, you know, it makes Joshua look bad because, one, now he's doing all this stuff. Two, he's making it like, hey, he wants to fight Fury. If he really want to fight me, we have the date. I had the date set up and all this. Really? But you know, if he doesn't fight Tyson Fury next, and people just, you know, block Rico. You know, if he doesn't fight Tyson Fury next, then what people are going to say? People are going to be like, yo, you ducked Fury. It's easy to see. So that fight needs closure. You know what? Put it this way. Let's remove these three, this triangle, and we'll put it in a different perspective. If Floyd Mayweather had a very tough fight with Maidana, and people said whatever. I thought Floyd won it, but some people were saying Maidana won and beat his ass. Some people were saying it was a draw. So if Floyd stopped all that and didn't rematch Maidana immediately, and he fought Amir Khan, you would have people talking shit like, oh, you just picked Khan because he's chinny. You didn't want to go through, power punching Maidana again. So, in fights that there's speculation on who won or it was a draw and all that shit, it's better to do the immediate rematch. We all know. If Andre Ward, fought Kovalev, had a very tough fight, right? And then Andre Ward decided to go fight against Dmitry Bivol or Artur Beterbiev instead of Kovalev, what do you think people would say? Aha, Andre Ward, he just don't want no smoke with Kovalev. That's why he fought a totally different person. So we know the games. We know that if they try to negotiate and it doesn't work out like mutually, then that's whatever. But we know if Deontay Wilder doesn't fight Tyson Fury and he just goes and fights Joshua, there's gonna be people that say that. They're gonna say you just didn't want to deal with Fury again because he beat you, and So if I know this, I know Eddie Hearns and Anthony Joshua know this. So now they're trying to pressure. Because they're trying to create a perception. The whole world has heard. See, listen, the thing with the truth is this. The truth is the truth. The truth is proactive because it's just the reality. A lie or what, you trying to like embellish and fabricate and stuff like that, that's usually reactive. You get what I'm saying? Because now you have to come from behind. Like, let's say you're watching, let's say there's a dirty cop or something in LA and he does this. And that creates a chain of events. And then now he has to go in the evidence locker room and get the gun that he tried to frame the guy with because something happened. You get what I'm saying? Like, it now to cover it up, if something else happens, now you have to like do something extreme to make your lie work. You get what I don't know if I made that clear because I didn't really dive into a whole ass analogy. But the bottom line is now AJ wants to do all this stuff. Now, and we know the reality. We know if Wilder doesn't fight Fury, what people will say. And AJ knows that. And Eddie Hearns knows that. And they're being reactive, not proactive. They're waiting until the WBC sanctioned the immediate rematch. Frank Warren said we're gonna interview him. We're gonna do negotiations next week. Showtime and Wilder and Lou DiBella all did a conference call that we were all on if you follow the channel. And Wilder proclaimed that he wanted to fight Tyson Fury. Now, AJ's trying to create this conundrum to make it look like, hey, he wants to fight Fury. What can I do? What can I say? I really want to fight him in April. Because in essence, he's tied up. That's the reality of it. He's pretty tied up. And again, I use this example. If you work with someone or attempted to and then it fizzled out and they were hard to deal with, like a photographer, and then you picked another really good photographer and then you worked with them and everything was perfect, who are you going to hire for your wedding? The person that you didn't work with that, gave you problems before the job, and then ultimately you didn't get the job, didn't give the job to them? Or are you going to work with the photographer that you just worked with on the last event for your wedding? Oh, shit. Kitty Tumbo got that ether. Oh, my gosh. It said, how this nigga make an appearance for First Take but not the fight? Boom. That's what I'm saying. And how you make an appearance for Canelo's fight but not the fight of the guy you want to fight the winner? See, but this is what I'm saying. Reactive. AJ thought Wilder would knock out Tyson Fury. So if he was there, he said that. So it's not me speculating. He picked Wilder to beat Tyson Fury via knockout based on several reasons. You guys go look at his fight prediction, right? So he thought Wilder was going to win. So if he's in the crowd and Wilder had this sensational knockout, then it's going to be pressure for him to fight Wilder, But he didn't go because he didn't know what the outcome was going to be, because it was a good fight and a 50-50 fight. And then now that it's a draw, now he's coming out the woodwork because the draw, that's the best thing that could have happened for AJ, because the draw is likely going to lead to an immediate rematch, because that's why he didn't want to go. Like, if he would have went to the fight and Wilder knocked him out in 3 rounds, then the pressure's on AJ to fight because, he just destroyed Tyson Fury in 3 rounds. But now that it's a draw, conveniently, now, you get Eddie Hearns and AJ being more boisterous. That's why it would have been a better look if AJ went to the fight, since he was already going to be in America the following week. He probably was in America during the fight. Who knows? And he could be in America now for Canelo's fight. Don't have nothing to do with him. So if he was at the fight, then he would have just been in there, and that would have actually done better to save face. But the fact that you skipped out and you purposely didn't because you thought you knew the outcome, you thought Wilder would knock him out, which would be that would leave Wilder free. Wilder would be free to fight you in April. So that wouldn't be a good look if you're at his fight, like you're scouting, and then you end up fighting Dillian White. But seeing how it all played out, and Tyson Fury, did better than people expected, and it ended in a draw, now all of a sudden he's trying to say, hey, I want to fight in April. He wants to fight Fury. The damage control is like, is pretty bad here. It really is. Because it's all too obvious. Like I said, if you wanted the fight, why not go to the fight? Because you thought you knew the outcome. You thought Wilder would win, and then he would retain his title, which would in turn put a lot of pressure on you. But you waited until the convenient majority draw, and now you're saying all this stuff. So either way, this is a bad look, a terrible look for Anthony Joshua. Joe Rogan was right. This is a terrible look. Terrible look for Anthony Joshua. Terrible. This is real bad though. Like the damage control is pretty lousy. Like I said, you get like, okay, let's say this is I'm just hypothetically making analogies just to drive the point home, right? Let's say Amir Khan says, no, I'm not fighting Kell Brook. Like, let's say he said, and then people are like, oh, Amir Khan's ducking Kell Brook. And then Kell Brook gets knocked out by Michael Zarafa. And then Amir Khan, after that outcome, Amir Khan's like, yeah, I was trying to fight Kell Brook. No, you can't do that. You get what I'm saying? You can't. The whole public knew. You get what I'm saying? The whole public knew that you said you didn't want to fight Kell Brook and you were looking at Terrence Crawford. And then if Michael Zarafa knocked out Kell Brook, and then after, now you want to say, oh, I was just about to fight Kell Brook. It's a shame. No, bro. That's the oldest trick in the book. And, to a degree, that's kind of what happened to me, but the only thing is Kell Brook didn't get knocked out by Michael Zarafa. The only thing is he looked suspect. So now that he looks suspect, Amir Khan's reconsidering the Crawford fight and thinking about fighting Kell Brook, but whatever. That's fair game, whatever. If that inspired him to fight Kell Brook, a fight should have happened 5, 6, 7 years ago, then fuck it. But that's what, in essence, AJ is doing. Now there's some controversy behind it. You can get behind the controversy and try to create this fork in the road. This is my thing. Why be the fork in the road now? Why weren't you the fork in the road before the outcome of Wilder Fury? It's that simple. Deontay Wilder's driving up. He's a champion. He can make a left and fight in an event and then do better than the first event. The negotiations and everything, the respect level's high from the team, blah, blah, blah. Or you could fight Anthony Joshua. Anthony Joshua set up this fork in the road after the whole world knew the outcome of Wilder Fury, which was a majority draw. If you really wanted to fight, why not create this fork in the road, this inclusion, these first take interviews, like where you're trying to, drive the point home and aggressively state your claim and state. Why weren't you doing any of this before, when you thought Wilder was going to knock out Tyson Fury before the fight happened? It's so easy to see. You can't have the newfound confidence now that you know what the outcome is. First Take, you could have been on that show. Wilder was on it. They do shit for ratings. I'm sure there was a light news day somewhere in there. And right before Wilder Fury, you could have gave your fight predictions for Wilder, because you have to understand, AJ was just on First Take, and he don't have no fight scheduled. Like, he has the date scheduled, but he don't have an opponent scheduled. He's just in town. We know where they film it, in New York, for the Canelo fight. So they just randomly interviewed him. So it's not like you have to have a fight camp, to be on the show, because he's not, in camp right now. So when Wilder Fury was just a build-up, and they were doing All Access episode 1 and 2 and shit, around that time, you could have contacted First, took a trip to New York and been on First Take. Why did you do First Take then, when you didn't know what the outcome was going to be? That would have proved it. Call them out, before, but you conveniently hide behind the majority decision or the majority draw. Now all of a sudden you come out the gates, out the woodwork, talking about, hey, I want April. Why are you going to Derek Chisora, Dillian White's fight? Why go to it? Why not fall asleep for that? Why not watch that on social media? Hey, block you, Sam Khan. Listen, I'm not dealing with the dumb shit. Y'all putting stupid comments just, that have no bearing on anything. So yeah, AJ is a real G. You guys can both be real G's. Listen, you got to put something with some substance. Nope, get him out of here. I seen you putting them dumbass comments. Anyway, like I said, if you did this would have made your case look better if AJ would have did it prior to Wilder Fury, not after the whole world. Like, okay, put it this way. Here's a prime example. Oh my God. The king of analogies is back. Not that I ever went anywhere. Listen, if y'all want an analogy, I'm going to drive this point home right now. If y'all want this analogy, can I get a hell yeah in the comment section and smash the like button? I got a good one. I'll use something that if you guys fuck with the channel, you will know, and I think it's a good reference, and it's involving my channel, right? Yeah, I need some more hell yes. I got a good analogy, I feel. Okay. Who's ever heard of my show that I created, Boxingego 7 Reasons? Yes? Have you ever heard that or seen, a previous one, Boxingego 7 Reasons, where I give fight predictions in detail? Okay, see, hell yeah. Okay. What AJ is doing would be the equivalent of me dropping a 7 reasons after Wilder Fury. Like 7 reasons Wilder Fury is a draw. After it comes out what the answer is. It does not work like that. People want to test your knowledge beforehand. They like, if I did a 7 reasons Wilder Fury is a draw, and I did it anytime before the actual fight outcome, right? Then that's cool. That's fair game. But I can't wait until after the outcome and then do 7 reasons Wilder Fury will be a draw. You guys will be like, what the fuck is this? We already know it's a draw because it happened. You get what I'm saying? This is the equivalent of what AJ is doing. He waited. Okay, so before, when the outcome was, most people were just picking Wilder to destroy Tyson Fury. He didn't want to endorse the fight. He didn't want to be at the fight. He didn't want to call out, anybody. He didn't want to go on First Take. He didn't want to give fight predictions, all this shit. Then after it's a draw and he's kind of locked up, and his team and the other team is saying, hey, we're about to start negotiations. People are just enjoying holiday and a little bit of a rest. Now all of a sudden you're coming out the woodwork with all this, hey, I just want the world to know. Come on, man. That's what I'm saying. It's a worse look. It's a worse look to even do this. Because that's the narrative. That's the new narrative. The new narrative is going to be, hey, we offered Wilder the April fight, but he chose Fury. in a lot of regards, he kind of has to choose Tyson Fury. Tyson Fury has been easier to work with, didn't give him the runaround, gave him a hell of a fight. There's controversy from the fans. The networks already know what they're working with. Like for example, even this, just look at this. Tyson Fury and BT Sport, they worked together seamlessly. DAZN is some fucking stream shit, right? So how's Wilder Joshua going to work? What do you think is easier now? Huh? Okay, so how are they gonna televise Wilder Joshua? If Joshua's on DAZN and Sky Sports is the UK broadcaster and Wilder's on Showtime, how are they gonna do it? So you understand the logistics are totally different. So they're gonna have to do that independently. They're gonna have to do that independently and figure out something. Tyson Fury is much easier to make because his ass could be on Showtime. And they've already worked together and we've already seen it. And it was seamless. They did all that. There was no problem with Tyson Fury being on All Access. There was no problem with Wilder being on BT Sports documentary. But these things would have to be worked out for Joshua and Wilder. How they're going to split the, promotional shit. Plus, you got AJ who's on First Take. And this is funny. AJ keeps saying like, "Oh yeah, I don't want to talk about A side and this," and he keeps talking about A side shit. He's like, "Yeah, I don't want to be one of the people that just talk about numbers," but he's just talking about numbers. Tyson Fury's saying, "I'll beat your ass. I'm the Gypsy King. There's no man like me, and I'll fight any man that came from his mother's womb." He's saying shit like that. Wilder's saying, "I started boxing for my daughter." AJ talking numbers. And I'm the A side. And I don't want to talk like this, but guess what? I'm talking like this. So, like I said to you, what do you think is the easier fight to make? The fight of the person you've already worked with, you already have an understanding with BT Sport and Showtime Sport. You know that partnership can work together. Or some new shit with DAZN and they don't have a fucking channel at all. They just have an app that you got to download, and then trying to get the logistics to work with Showtime. Because Showtime, what did they get? They did all this work for AJ. Some for AJ, but also really for Wilder. So they just get cut out the picture. Block George. Block George. Listen, I'm not listening to no bullshit. You can say whatever you want about me, but all that hater shit with no explanation, you getting clapped. If I'm a hater, all you have to do is in that same sentence where you call me a hater, explain. That's it. If you do that, that's cool. But if you just like, you're a hater, nope, we're not doing that. They just here to distract. So that's cool. Call me a hater if that's what you feel. But then explain in that same sentence. But if you're just talking about you a hater and then you won't tell me what I said that wasn't factual, that didn't happen, then we're not hearing it. So like I said, AJ waited. He played the waiting game, and now it's hurting him. He waited for outcomes to be rendered, waited for the controversy, waited for the majority draw, waited for the 12th round, waited for Fury to outbox Wilder in the mid rounds, waited for Tyson Fury to add Freddie Roach to the camp, waited for Wilder to reveal he had a broken arm. He waited for all this shit to happen before he ever even spoke up. Now you want to speak up, it's too late, bro. Not when the guys are most likely trying to work to get a rematch. And they know this. This is part of the damage control. They want to keep AJ's profile high, and they want to keep the perception and perspective in their favor, but it's not working. Joe Rogan's not talking like this. He's not like, oh yeah, AJ got a good point. He really wants to fight. Nobody's talking about it, but this is the narrative they want to feed you. They want to feed you the narrative, so now you can once again blame Deontay Wilder because he's fighting Tyson Fury. AJ AJ literally said that. He said he wants to fight Fury, as if that's a bad thing. He wants to fight Fury because they think they're the number 1 and 2.
Welcome Anthony Joshua to the want me. Do you really want Deontay Wilder?
I think it's simple. When I've listened to what he's been saying, that there does need to be one champion and one face. And we've both got an opportunity where I have no mandatories, he has no obligations. I'm more than willing to fight Deontay Wilder April 13th in my backyard this time in Wembley Arena, in front of 100,000 audience. So I'm very keen to make that fight, but no fantasy contracts, just reality. Bringing our worth to the table of 100,000 audience. So I'm very keen to make that fight, but no fantasy contracts, just reality. Bringing our worth to the table and bargaining and negotiating what we're worth and making this fight happen.
Anthony, thank you for being on the show, my man. Sorry I couldn't be there with you today in studio, but it was good seeing you at the NBA playoffs a few months ago.
Yes, sir.
When you look at Wilder, you heard what he had to say. He's given us the impression, both myself and Max, it was a fight that he's wanted. It's a fight that he was ready to sign on for. He damn near said it wasn't even supposed to be Tyson Fury. It was supposed to be you. But you and your folks are who made it difficult for this fight to happen. And that is the only reason it did not happen. Am I right, Max, in interpreting that's what Wilder basically said?
Sure.
Because that's what it came across as saying to me.
Yeah.
So how I see it is that we can go tit for tat and say, he said, she said, he said, she said. I think in the reality and the scheme of things, it's a fight that we have to have. We're both in the same generation, the same era. We're both heavyweight champions of the world. So with that being said, as I said, there's no fantasy contracts. It's a situation where it's reality. I don't like coming to a stage in my career when I'm just talking about what I'm worth and negotiations and what we're bringing to the table. It's a fight that has to happen. As I said, I'm holding 4 of the major world title belts and Wilder holds 1. So in that sense, I feel he should come to my backyard and fight me.
And you're the bigger economic end.
So, once again, Egoveli the Dawn. You guys are hearing it. Okay, one guy is talking about, I did this for mental health and I'm the Gypsy King and there's no one like me, right? And saying shit like that. And the other person is like, hey, I don't like coming to the point in my career where I'm just talking about how much I'm worth and stuff. But then that's exactly what he starts talking about, how much he's worth. And, I think he should fight in the backyard. I have 4 belts and he has 1. I mean, who would you work with? Honestly, that's why I said this is making it worse, because you shouldn't have said that. Because listen, it's like you're almost creating a roadblock before it gets there. He's like, oh, I want to fight him, right? But no fantasy contracts. We strictly dealing with reality. You know what I'm saying? No fantasy contracts, though. The fact that he keeps saying that this attitude, that's telling you everything you need to know. Why do you even need to throw, First Take is not negotiators. That's not Shelly Finkel, JD's, Al Heyman. You don't have to explain to them what the provisions need to be for the negotiation. And you talking about it has to be reality and, no fantasy contracts. Why even say that? Why, who's asking for a fantasy contract? In fact, Wilder and Fury's stock at the moment is higher than AJ's. So what is fantasy to him? What is a fantasy contract? You get what I'm saying? What is the fantasy? Wilder, to me, he hasn't really asked for nothing crazy, even the 50-50, especially with the Fury fight. Do you get what I'm saying? What is the fan? What does he think Wilder is going to ask for? 90-10 in his favor? Wilder's been more. He was about to take $15 fucking million flat and fight in the UK. He just wanted little things like, a rematch clause 2 ways, an actual venue and date. So what is this whole no fantasy contracts? And then to top it off, it makes it worse because Joshua's not, I'm coming to look at it. I don't think he's the best speaker. You know what I'm saying? I don't think he's the best. I don't know if he's thinking about what he's saying before he's some guys are just ready-made for camera. And actually, I'm not just saying this, but Deontay Wilder has actually improved his public speaking. Because I seen him, he was on you know, I don't know how many takes they take or whatever, but I seen him on Sports Illustrated where he was talking about Floyd, and what he said was like real, you know, it was well put how he said it and everything like that. But anyway, what AJ is saying, he's like, I got 4 belts, he got 1. Nobody cares about that, you know, because we like again, real boxing heads know that how you got the belts. Listen, I keep doing this. They say I'm hating because I'm doing this, but I'm doing this because it's all true. Listen, I understand you guys want new media to fail. You want me to fail. You want for it to not be true, but not this time, Utah. That's not how it works. Just because you speak the truth and you talking that real doesn't mean you are hating. This is what if you say anything people don't like, you're a hater. Some people even throw out racist. Like what? Racist? What did I say about anybody's race? How did I belittle or bring down or oppress anybody's race? You know? And they be saying stupid shit. You're a racist. Like Joshua Black, you know? He Nigerian black and Wilder black. So who am I racist against in this? You know, they be saying stupid shit like that. But, you know, that's really neither here nor there. But like I said, smash the like button. It's just the bottom line is simple. He said, I don't like talking about my worth, but you just keep talking about it. You know, the 4 belt argument is really weak. It's really weak because yes, that's what you did. You accomplished that. Great. But at the same time, we know how you got them belts. And put it this way. Name 1 belt Anthony Joshua has that he got and it didn't pass through the hands of Tyson Fury. I'll wait. Keep in mind you, Tyson Fury is still undefeated. Name 1 belt that Anthony Joshua has that did not pass through the hands of Tyson Fury. I'll wait. Since me, the hater, since I'm hating, you guys explain this to me. Where are they at? I'm waiting for answers. Enlighten me. What belt does Anthony Joshua have that did not pass through the hands of an undefeated Tyson Fury? Tyson Fury's only loss was to himself, you know, and fortunate for him, that type of loss doesn't go on your box rec. Every belt Anthony Joshua has come from not going through guys that have achieved those belts the straight up way by beating a champion. You know, you could say he beat a champion in Charles Martin and Joseph Parker, but again, those guys, like, let's really be honest with you. Like, let's play the truth game. Would Charles Martin beat Tyson Fury? So let's say Klitschko retired after the Fury. He was so embarrassed, Klitschko retired. So Tyson Fury's the man. Hypothetically, let's say Tyson Fury, you know, didn't do the drug shit. Would Charles Martin, let's say he was the number 1 guy for the IBF, would Charles Martin have beaten Tyson Fury? Be real with yourself. Would he? Okay, someone said hell no, because I don't think he would have either. So that means Charles Martin wouldn't have even been a champion, you know. And again, would Joseph Parker have beaten at that point when he fought Andy Ruiz or whatever? Would he have beaten Tyson Fury? Because they would have had to go through him to get those achievements. Ricky Samuel, I appreciate you. 50-50 AJ, or go sit your ass in the corner. So Joseph Parker, a lot of people don't think he would have beaten. Oh boy. So they would have had to go through him, but fortunately for them, the division was shifted by, you know, the malpractice and bad decision making of Tyson Fury at that given time in his life, where he failed a drug test and he had to get rid of his belts, you know. But if Tyson Fury didn't go through that, he's still undefeated. If he didn't go through that, then somebody would have had to beat him in order to achieve those and unlock those championships. And if they would have fought anywhere around those times, I doubt that Charles Martin would beat Tyson Fury. I highly doubt. And I doubt that Joseph Parker would beat him. Joseph Parker struggled with Raz Cojano. And Luis Ortiz obliterated him. I just don't see him having beaten Tyson Fury at that time. Tyson Fury just beat Klitschko. Smash the like button right now. I appreciate you. Adewale, Canada, $2 super chat. Thank you. So, Joshua keeps bragging about 4. That's like getting my old ex-girlfriend or something. All right, hold on. We got a smart ass in the comment section. I got you. Byron said who Wilder beat for his belt. He beat Bermain Stavern, and at the time, people were saying Stavern was going to whoop Wilder. So that's who he beat. And it's not just about who he beat. Who has he retained his title with? He just fought Tyson Fury and retained, and he fought Luis Ortiz and retained. You know what? Block Byron. I'm not even. I don't even have time for the the little side, because this is what they're trying to do. They're trying to create all these small fires. Fuck them. Bye Byron. Shooters, just clap him. Get him the fuck out of here. We run this. These dudes, they know what I'm saying is true, so they're trying to create all these diffusions and shit. Distractions. Recreational things, $5. I hope when they do fight, Wilder punches AJ so hard in the chest. You're tripping. That he makes his shoulders touch. AJ full of it. That's pretty harsh, bro. He said that his shoulders touch. Wow. Hey, that's out of pocket. Anyway, that's the bottom line of it. AJ's walking around like this with all the belts on his arm and shit. That's great. I'm not saying he didn't train hard or work, but we know that not one of his belts came from somebody who didn't get a belt as a result of Tyson Fury. Factually. Even if let's say Klitschko fought Luis Ortiz and beat him for the vacant WBA, and then AJ fought him, then that would be something different, because that would be like a name like Klitschko with a win back in the win column over a good name like Luis Ortiz, and then you're taking his belt. But they fought for a vacant title. So AJ's bragging about a tough fight he had with Klitschko where 2 of the belts came free with admission. They, what? The IBO and the WBA belt came just by fighting Klitschko. They wanted it, the WBA be doing whatever. They just wanted to be part of a historic fight. So they said, okay, Tyson Fury's no longer champ. We want you guys to fight for this belt, and completely left Luis Ortiz out of the picture because they didn't give a fuck, because the money fight was Joshua Klitschko. Right? That's the reality. But if Klitschko or AJ had to fight Luis Ortiz for that belt, we might have some different conversations, because Luis Ortiz is a bad boy. That motherfucker bad. Period. So it's like AJ's brag. You got 4 belts, and who did you beat? Okay, really, you have 4 belts. The IBO and the WBA came free, because they were vacant belts, and you beat Klitschko for it in a tough fight. And then you beat Charles Martin, who hadn't beaten anybody, and you're beating Joseph Parker, who hadn't really looked good. So to me, Wilder's shit actually holds more merit, because he beat Bermain Stavern, who beat up on Chris Arreola, and he did it twice. He broke his nose in the first fight and then knocked him out on ESPN in the second fight. Then he started defending with, some middle of the road guys or whatever. All the way fast forward to the future, he just knocked out Luis Ortiz, damn near knocked out Tyson Fury, had some struggles, and still retained his title. So Wilder kind of, he really did it the modest way. Look, this is what they mad at. My dude Daryl Zapata, $10 super chat. Appreciate you. He got a super chat question. Hold on. You know, I would love to see AJ retain his title by fighting Luis Ortiz. That's an awesome fight. And it's a meaningful fight. And if you could retain your titles through that, you know, you'll get a lot of credit. My dude Daryl said, my dude, please kill AJ on what he said when Max asked about lineal. AJ said he never heard of it. Ha ha ha. What a dosser. Hey, you wildin'. I see, that's what I'm saying. He tried to downplay Tyson. That's what I'm saying. This whole thing made it worse to me for AJ. He says, "Oh, I don't." They said, "What about Tyson Fury?" He said, "Oh, I'm not interested in fighting Tyson Fury. He don't have a belt." And then Max said, "Oh, but he's lineal champion." He's like, "What's that? I don't even know what a lineal is. When I started boxing, I knew about the WBC, the WBA, IBF, IBO. How you know about the IBO, but you don't know about the lineal? You know, who's really tripping off the IBO belt?" What does IBO even stand for? International Booty Organization? No, International Boxing Organization. What does it stand for? I don't even know. I think International Boxing Organization. That's what I'm assuming. Maybe it's Inspector Booty Operation. Like, I don't know. Axel, thank you. Oh my shooter's on point. So it's an irritable bowel organization. Hey, y'all violated. Y'all tripping. Mosquito, don't even worry about it. My shooter's already clapped him. He got to be the only heavyweight, bro. Man, Max Kellerman said something else too that was crazy. He said, first of all, he said AJ was a bigger star. Oh, hold on. He said, listen, I'm going to let y'all hear it. Hold on. Y'all want to hear it? The East Coast ain't got love for Boxingego? Let it be known then. Hold on. Listen what he says about Joshua Klitschko as opposed to Tyson Fury.
1,000 people in Wembley, like he's the next great thing.
Listen.
Let me put it to you this way. I want to hear your response. When you knocked out Vladimir Klitschko, Tyson Fury had already beaten Klitschko. Then he had drug problems, ballooned in weight, basically was out of boxing. Mm-hmm. And he didn't beat Klitschko so convincingly like he's the next great thing. He said Tyson Fury didn't beat Klitschko so convincingly like he's the next best thing. What is Max? This is not Max Kellerman, bro. This is a clone. This is Gucci Man clone or some shit. That's some ass kissing, bro. How did Tyson Fury not beat Klitschko convincingly, like he's the next big thing? It don't matter. But then you turn around and give AJ all the credit in the world for getting dropped and dropping Klitschko and beating the Klitschko that came off of a loss and an 18-month layoff, had 0 belts, and that's what Max Kellerman is praising Joshua for. But then he's saying that Tyson Fury didn't convincingly. Fury didn't even get touched like that. Klitschko, honestly, I thought that shit was a dub. Like, Klitschko, he looked like shit. He looked horrible. Klitschko tried a little bit maybe after round 10 or so. Like, it was like, damn, you gonna go out like this, Klitschko? It was looking bad for the boy. And you talking about he didn't just beat him so convincingly? What are you talking about? Listen, I personally don't think the Klitschko fight was super entertaining, but I still respect it because Klitschko almost a decade reign without losing again. And Max Kellerman talking about Fury didn't beat him convincingly, and then you're propping Joshua for fighting Fury's leftovers and getting knocked down with your feet in the air. They traded knockdowns. But how's young muscle-bound AJ hurt Klitschko bad? And then, Klitschko did really good. People keep talking about Fury in round 12 with Wilder. Klitschko came back like a motherfucker after getting dropped. In the same round he got dropped by AJ, Klitschko started drilling AJ. He actually did. See, that's why I know who knows their boxing. Fury landed like two solid punches that kind of thwarted Wilder's attack.
after he knocked him down the 12th. Klitschko did better the round AJ knocked him than Tyson Fury did in the 12th round with Wilder. You know how people were saying that, oh, yeah, Tyson Fury with Wilder, that could have been a 10-9 round. No, it wasn't. If you were going to score something a 10-9 round, the Klitschko thing is closer because Klitschko was actually watch the fight. See, I know boxing off the top of my head. Watch when the round AJ 5 or whatever it was, when AJ knocked down Klitschko, watch how Klitschko got back up and responded. He started like giving it to AJ a bit. So, people keep talking about the Tyson Fury because these motherfuckers, I swear they don't know boxing. AJ he dropped Klitschko and then Klitschko got back up like man style and started winning the round. Really, But people they just talk about Tyson Fury. Tyson Fury landed like 2 real solid rights or some shit, and and then the round ended. But they talking about that was a 10-9 round. No, if you want to call something a 10-9 round, I'm not saying I would actually score it at 10. I got to watch it again. But that Klitschko knockdown round with AJ was closer to a 10-9 round than Fury getting knocked down in the 12th round ever was. Fury was dead. Klitschko was hurt, but he got back up and rallied. Fury, hold on, I don't know what I just said. So many different things I'm talking about, sorry. Klitschko got dropped, he was buzzed, he was hurt, and then he rallied back and did very good with AJ. Fury was fucking dead for a couple seconds, got up about, started coming back to life around like count 6 or something, then got up. So, people keep talking about, oh, the 12th round, that could have been a 10-9 round. No, it wasn't. The man was dead for a second. If you were going to score a 10-9 round and you looked at those 2 rounds, it was clearly AJ when he knocked down Klitschko. But anyway, Max Kellerman talking about Klitschko didn't convincingly get beat by Fury. He was the man to beat Fury. Klitschko had destroyed. I gotta slow down because I'm thinking about so much. Klitschko had been beating Povetkin, Alex Lepai, just everybody. Kubrat Pulev. He had been beating everybody. Like easy work. He beat Brian Jennings. Fury put a stop to that. So how you give Tyson Fury no credit, basically. This is what drove Tyson Fury mad and had him drinking and shit. He said it was a witch hunt. Listen to what Max Kellerman said.
And he didn't beat Klitschko so convincingly like your response. When you knocked out Vladimir Klitschko, Tyson Fury had already beaten Klitschko, then he had drug problems, ballooned in weight, basically was out of boxing. And he didn't beat Klitschko so convincingly like he's the next great thing. You had one of the all-time great heavyweight fights with Klitschko, got off the deck and stopped him to essentially win the world title in everyone's imagination. That's the heavyweight.
How you that's what I'm saying. Make Max great again. Because that's some ass kissing or bullshit or scripted. I don't know what that was. You're giving AJ credit for hitting the deck and getting dropped in a war where Klitschko was really winning up until the point of the stoppage, and he was older, because he was waiting around for Tyson Fury, who pulled out with injury and then later, failed drug test. He was on an 18-month layoff. He was coming off of a loss. You give that more credit and then say Klitschko, he wasn't getting beaten convincingly by Fury. Wow. So Fury fought Klitschko with all the belts. Joshua fought Klitschko for his 1 belt plus 2 free belts that were vacant belts. Oh my gosh, bro. Like I said, and this is why digital platforms like mine are taking over boxing. It's that simple, because we make the rules, we create the rules. I don't have to have ESPN or somebody force me to say some shit. That's ridiculous. That's ridiculous to not give Fury his credit. Talking about some Fury didn't beat him so convincingly like he was the next great thing. He beat the better version of Klitschko as far as I'm concerned, because that Klitschko stopped Kubrat Pulev in 5 rounds or so, beat the fuck out of him, beat Povetkin, who Joshua fought later, and y'all motherfuckers want to give credit. Klitschko been done that. Like Dre said, I been there, I done that. You got guns, I got strapped. Hell yeah. I've been there, done that. Klitschko beat Povetkin before. What's his name? Josh was probably going to fight Kubrat Pulev. That's his mandatory. Klitschko already stopped him. And this is the version of Klitschko that Tyson Fury had to face. You know, the one that had been undefeated for 9-10 years. But you give more precedence and credit to AJ having a war, getting dropped, dropping Klitschko, and then eventually knocking him out in the fight he was losing when Klitschko was coming off an 18-month layoff, you know, of inactivity at age 41, a year older or whatever, 2 years older, whatever the time difference was. Max is wilding with that. He was wilding with that. You know, that's like, you can't, you know, you can't give more credit to someone like that. That's like saying, like even like, let's say Floyd Mayweather. Floyd Mayweather, he's like Klitschko. Oh man, I'm about to sneeze. Floyd Mayweather's like Klitschko. I mean, he's older than Cotto, I think. Mayweather fought as a smaller man. He fought Cotto. Hold on one second. Anyway, Mayweather was smaller than Cotto. He moved up to 54, where he was the smaller guy than Cotto. He beat Cotto convincingly, and he beat him sooner than Canelo. After, Cotto lost the very next fight to Austin Trout as well. So what Max Kellerman did, in essence, is like giving Canelo more credit for beating Cotto than Mayweather. Even though Mayweather beat Cotto, then Cotto lost again to Austin Trout and looked horrible. And then years later, Canelo fought him where he looked like a damn sumo wrestler next to Cotto and was bigger. So how can you give Canelo a lot more credit for beating that version of Cotto, you know what I'm saying, than Floyd Mayweather and what he did and when he did it? Max Kellerman's, he wilding with that. He said Tyson Fury didn't beat Klitschko convincingly, but he won like 10 rounds, maybe even 12. Joshua fight was close. I had Klitschko winning at the time of the stoppage. See, that's what I'm saying. That's why I promise you. That's why boxing is a niche sport, and that's why digital platforms like myself, you know, we keep growing because they know we talking that real. See, that's what I'm saying. Like promoters and stuff, I guess they'll get it one day, but you don't have to falsify. You know, just people want to see the fights. Sometimes we gotta wait and stuff, but when they try to force the issue and make it look like some other shit, all that makes it look way worse. You know. But anyway, for me, real talk, this is all damage control. For AJ, know he go fight the winner of White versus Chisora. Maybe a wild card like Gerald Miller. Maybe. But likely White if he prevails. And this is all setting that up. So, you know, when the fight's made, this domestic cracker of a fight, you know, this barn burner, they have a built-in excuse to try to throw Wilder under the bus and make it look like Wilder simply chose Fury rematch, and you know they really wanted to fight Wilder. I mean, this is the same shit they said with Povetkin. I mean, how many times y'all gonna accept the same excuse from the same people? Hey, listen, Chisora has a chance versus Dillian White. People are tripping. I hope Chisora, man, I like Dillian White, but I hope Chisora win. I've always been a big fan of underdogs. And like, you know, I just want boxing to win. And I don't want promoters to think that they can just manifest and conjure up what they want to happen and carefully select matches and try to strategize, you know. Nah, man. You know, I don't really care who wins, Dillian White versus Derek Chisora, but, you know, I like a good underdog story. But the thing I will say is Joseph Parker had White out of there in the 12th round. You know, if that was round 11 or something, it would have been real bad. But even in the 12th round, he took a lot of punishment, you know, and he was exhausted and tired. So Derek Chisora has a shot for sure. But if it's close, you know what the motion is. You know they want Dillian White to push through to fight Wilder. So to fight AJ. So I doubt Chisora can win close. He's going to have to win dominantly or get a knockout. But, you know, this damage control got Team AJ looking crazy to me, you know. Because the world know, like I said, put it this way. They could say whatever they want about me, like, you know, the man fans and all that. But you have to ask yourself this question. They're like, oh, Ego, he's fucking stupid. Oh, you're twisting the truth. You're a spin doctor. Well, guess what? How is it that I've been 100% right on this whole situation? The things that I've said regarding this situation have actually played out just like I said they would happen. And I said before they would happen. So that's the beauty of this YouTube thing. Everything, it's like almost like a diary. This all is documented. Everything I've ever said has been documented, you know. So this is like a police interrogation tape. You know, you could use this for as long as you keep the tape. You can use this as many times as you want. So that's the great thing. All this YouTube shit is documented. So if I don't know what I'm talking about, then how is everything that I've been saying regarding this situation coming true? Told you that Joshua wasn't fighting Wilder this year. Surprise, motherfucker, he's not fighting him this year. You know, I told you he's going to fight Povetkin. He fought Povetkin. You know. So what can you say about me? It's just not a good look. You know, now it looks like Joshua's clout. You the A side and now you have to clout chase. That's bad. You know, you the A side. Because he knows that the heavyweight division is passing him by and not just concerned with him anymore. That's why they put him on. I mean, just look at how convenient it is of Patsy that the whole time, like, answer this. The whole time, Wilder Fury, we've known about it for a minute. Joshua's been in America some of those times, like during the buildup. Before Wilder Fury happened, this whole time, we never had Joshua go on First Take, ever, you know, in relation to Wilder Fury buildup. That was a big heavyweight fight. He didn't go on First Take. You know, after the world knows that Fury and Wilder are probably going to give it another go, now he goes on First Take to say all this shit. Why wasn't you dropping predictions and call out, say, hey, I want the winner of that fight, blah, blah, blah. You know, it's all too convenient, as usual. The other thing is this. They must think we really like real life dumb, to even play these games. The other thing is this that makes it look bad is the real thing that makes it look bad is that he waited. Hey, block this emo dude. Yeah, you emo. These dudes just stop. They won't stop with the excuses. Now they're saying he looked like that because he was shy. Just block him. Listen, we having a party. If y'all putting stupid shit, you getting blocked. Straight up. Block emo BXNY. You talking about he's shy, bro. What? So that's why he was... Whatever, bro. These dudes, bro. He was on there, but before Wilder Fury was even close. Listen, you didn't listen to what I said. I didn't say that he's never been on First Take. I said, why not go the build-up after Wilder Fury was known about? Why not for the build-up, why not go on First Take and talk about how you want the winner? Why do you wait till after a controversial majority draw to show face? Listen, AJ has literally, he was on that Keith Thurman. If you follow his social media, you might have seen him like in Dubai and shit and singing with Beanie Man and shit like that. But he hasn't really been on the radar doing interviews like that. So why now? Why now? Why now? Like the whole Wilder Fury buildup, he was pretty quiet. Name a major interview that he did. Meanwhile, during the buildup, Wilder was calling him a coward on Good Morning Great Britain. AJ was getting bashed by Luis Ortiz, and Eddie Hearns was getting bashed, and AJ was getting bashed by all of them, Luis Ortiz, Fury, and Wilder. And we didn't hear nothing from AJ particularly. We heard Eddie Hearn a little bit. So why now? Why, where'd you come from? He said, fuck First Take. Why didn't you go to that fight? Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. No one cares. Like, all right. I mean, I'm about done with this. It is what it is. It's that easy. It's too easy for me. Like I've already said, really everything that needs to be said. If you're a crackhead, where do you go? You go to a fucking crack house, a trap house. You go where there's action, where you can get some work. That's it. You go to a drug dealer. That's what you would do. If AJ wants to fight, why not do what historically other fighters would do and show up if you can, which we know he can? Why not go to the fight? So you rather say to Max Kellerman and via satellite Stephen A. Smith, you'd rather tell him you want the fight than to go to Wilder Fury in their face or, ringside or a proximity where they can talk back to you that they want the fight. Come on, bro. Even Errol Spence and Terrence Crawford, these guys are little compared to Fury, AJ, and Wilder. Terrence Crawford, look at what Terrence Crawford and Errol Spence, how much buzz that got. Yeah, sure, it doesn't mean the fight's happening next because we know that it's not going to happen next. Errol Spence already has his fight, right? But look at how big that was. When Errol had that red jumpsuit, tracksuit on with the hoodie, and Terrence Crawford, this ain't no Keith Thurman shit. No Keith Thurman, and we trying them body shots on me, and he's like, man, I stop you, man down, right? Why doesn't AJ put himself in these circles? It doesn't have to be beef. It doesn't have to be crazy. Like Terrence Crawford and Errol Spence, I don't know what you guys felt about it, but from me, I could tell they respect each other. They're going to talk their shit. They're competitors, but they respect each other, because it wasn't like nothing overly disrespectful. It was just like, man, you too little. You lighten the ass. Man down. I stop you. Man, he said Al didn't exist. It was like almost like me and my boys talk shit like that. It ain't like war, you know what I'm saying? AJ's not. He wanted the most and more than everyone, but he's not putting himself in that circle. Imagine AJ and Tyson Fury going at it or just talking, and then Tyson Fury like, "Oh, you fight like a bum," and a message to the white left. That would be epic. Whoever had that video on YouTube, the views are going crazy. Whoever had, let's say, Wilder's in the backstage and AJ and they're talking, it's going viral. Look, Danny Jacobs versus Jamal Charlo. Every single time these confrontation type videos come out, they go viral. AJ keeps, why would you tell Stephen A. Smith, blasphemy, LeBron James? Like, why are you telling him you want to fight Wilder? Why not tell Wilder you want to fight Wilder? Be at the fight at least, so you can tell, man, Lou DiBella, hey, it's mine, make the fight, you know? You want to fight Tyson Fury, why don't you tell him? This shit is inconsistent as fuck. You know, the other thing is, he said on First Take, he don't want to fight Tyson Fury, but his promoter says he want to fight Tyson Fury. They are all over the place. His promoter, Eddie Hearns, I just did a video about this. Eddie Hearns says if it was his option, he would probably choose to, if there's no belts included, he would want to fight Tyson Fury. You know, he made several comments like, oh, Tyson Fury is a big fight. We could fight Tyson Fury. And then now on First Take, you talking about you won't fight him because he don't have a belt. What belts Derek Chisora got? Hey, block Floyd Mayweather Sr. Get him the fuck off our station. I told you, I'm Egoveli. Get him out of here. Cancel that. I'll buy another one. I'm not here for no distractions. If you ain't talking about nothing real, you can't be here. Period. This is how we ride. Anyway, he says, why fight Tyson? There's only one. Tyson Fury. Because he doesn't have a belt. Hold on. Slow it down. I just dished you. Hold on. Let's break it down. All right. AJ, he was on First Take. He gave his first take. He says on tape that why should I fight Tyson Fury? He ain't even got a belt. Okay. What belt does Dillian White have? Okay. Derek Chisora, what belt he got? Okay. But you might fight them. What belt does Gerald Big Baby Miller got? Okay. These are all the people you are linked to fight, if not Wilder or Fury. Oh, yeah, I forgot. What about the part where Tyson Fury was given credit by AJ, and AJ was saying that Tyson Fury won? So fuck the belt. You said Tyson Fury beat Wilder. You said he beat Wilder. But then now you're saying you don't want to fight him because you don't have a belt. So if it was a draw, both guys are still undefeated. You seen that this guy won. In your opinion, you seen Tyson Fury win. Then why wouldn't you give him a fight? Because he doesn't have a belt? It's looking bad, y'all. Again, that he don't have a. How many motherfuckers you fought that didn't have a belt? What belt Eric Molina have? You just fought Alexander Povetkin. What belt he had? That motherfucker got Michael Kors belt. What belt these guys had? These motherfuckers didn't even get belt whoopings. And you talking about fighting them. But then now Tyson Fury, the guy you thought beat Wilder, you won't fight him because he don't have a belt. But if you don't fight Wilder next, then he's the only other person with the belt. So unless you fight Wilder, you're fighting somebody without a belt because you two motherfuckers are the only guys with belts. Oh my gosh. I'm killing y'all. Wilder and Joshua are the only two people with belts. So unless you fight Wilder, then you are fighting someone without a belt factually. You fight Usyk. He don't got no belt in this division because you and Wilder have all the belts. So what is he talking about? I'm not going to fight Tyson Fury. You know, that's what I'm saying. This stuff is not even like rehearsed properly. It's not even thought out. You can't fight Tyson Fury because of a lack of a belt. But no matter who you fight, if it ain't Wilder, they don't have a belt, or at least a real belt. I mean, maybe they got a WBA Shawn Michaels Intercontinental, championship belt or some bullshit, but not no real belt. They got that Shawn Michaels sweet chin music. I'm not your boy toy. I know I'm sexy. I got the look that drive all the women. I'm not your boy toy. They got that Shawn Michaels belt. What? What they want with me, man? Like, stop it. Oh, I'm not fighting Fury. He doesn't have a belt. Who does? Wilder's the only other guy outside of your belt hogging ass that got a belt. You getting that Shawn Michaels belt. I got the look. I'm not your boy. I'm not. That sweet chin music. Oh my God, that's what y'all know about that sweet chin belt. Oh my God. That song is epic. Hey, Skit Rats be going hard on y'all. Listen.
Champ. You're a heavyweight champ. How do you respond to that?
Listen.
Number one, I feel like if you have to draw to be class a heavyweight champion of the world, that's not what I'm going for. I'm knocking people out straight up through and through. Number one, I feel like if you have to draw to be class a heavyweight champion of the world, that's not what I'm going for. I'm knocking people out straight up through and through.
Okay, that made AJ look. Hey, block GJ Mac. We don't give a fuck what you talking about. GJ Mac, get your dumb ass up out of here. I'm not your boy toy. I know I'm sexy. I got the look. Oh shit, I almost kicked this fan over. GJ Mac, get him out of here. Scram. Shooters, clap GJ Mac. Hit him with that Mac. We gonna hit you with that Mac attack, that Macaulay Culkin, and we not joking. We steady loking. Listen, did you hear what AJ just said?
Through Tyson. Number one, I feel like if you have to draw to be class a heavyweight champion of the world, that's not what I'm going for. I'm knocking people out straight up through and through.
Okay, this all is making it worse. He said if you have to have a draw, right, to be a heavyweight champion, right, that's not what I'm going for. I'm knocking people out through and throughout. So he's basically making it look like I guess Wilder's sorry by fighting Tyson Fury because you didn't want to fight and scoring a draw, in a highly contested elite level fight. So he's making it like a draw is like a horrific thing. And he says, I'm knocking people out. But you fought Joseph Parker and you didn't knock him out, and the ref was horrible. So that's how you unified. That's how you retain your title. And some people even had Parker winning that fight, right? You're like, oh, I'm knocking people out. Okay, so you knocked Povetkin out, but that shit was super competitive. His nose was bleeding. Carlos Takam was a bullshit stoppage. So he's trying to roast Wilder for scoring a draw, and Tyson Fury is a better opponent than all of these guys, So if you were fighting these people, that's to me, it's a cop-out. Fight Luis Ortiz, and let's see if you have a win, a loss, or a draw. Parker lost 10 rounds. Bullshit. 10? Whatever. I'm not about to argue with a bunch of man fans. But anyway, the bottom line is he says I'm knocking people out. Yeah, but you didn't knock out Tyson Fury. You didn't knock out Deontay Wilder. You didn't knock out Luis Ortiz. These are the perceived biggest threats. You knocked out Charles Martin. Klitschko is obviously the best win. So it's like you didn't knock out Parker. You knocked out Povetkin, who look considerably smaller ever since drug testing became a thing, like in the forefront. Hulk Bradley, don't even argue with these dudes. Just let them say. That's why I don't even have to argue. Like, he said Parker didn't lose no 10 rounds. That's what I'm saying, bro. Either way, Parker wasn't the man to beat. That's not who the fans wanted to see you fight. They wanted to see you fight Wilder. So we'll see how this all plays out. Egoveli had to talk about it. I'll be back with some more heaters, but I don't think this did any favors to Joshua. This whole appearance, like a lot of like insane stuff to me was said. Arthur Vines, I'm put you in the hot seat. I was trying to get out. I was trying to be a good guy. You're in the hot seat. You Americans love making Ortiz some great boxer. Who he beat? So is Luis Ortiz a great boxer? So you're basically, you're saying it like Americans only feel he's a great boxer. So you think he's not a great boxer. So name a non-champion, someone that's never been a champion like him that's a better boxer than him. See, I was trying to get off, but, every time I try to leave, something keep pulling me back. Fuck it. You Americans love making Luis Ortiz some great boxer. Who he beat. So, no, strike one. You're not answering the question. He said he not top 3. Name a non-champion that has never been a champion like him that is better than him. So out of all the guys that have never been a champion, which is everyone except for Wilder, Joshua, and Fury, basically, who's better than Luis Ortiz? If us Americans are the only ones making Luis Ortiz out to be a great boxer, then you tell me who else is in his position, like a contender or whatever, for a world title that is significantly better than him. Stupid question. You got one more try, bro. See, it's a stupid question because you're getting smoked and you don't want to answer it. See how this works? Why is it a stupid question? No, fuck that. Just answer the question. Fuck what you talking about. I don't know. Get him the fuck out of here. Bye-bye, Arthur Vines. We're going to send your ass back to Vine, which is now defunct. You see? These dudes, they say, you Americans make it seem like Luis Ortiz. Who wants to fight him? Who's in his position of not being a champion, never been a champion, but looking to get a title shot that's significantly better than him or better than him? Oh my God, I told you we filleting these dudes. Oh my gosh, this shit is easy though. You don't see. Look, I ain't even breaking no sweat, nothing. Look, y'all see any sweat? Do y'all see any sweat? Look, I'm doing the people's eyebrow. Do you smell? Get him the fuck up out of here. I see why Vine went out of business. He talking about it's a stupid question. Yeah, it's stupid. It's always going to be stupid when you don't want to answer the motherfucker. Dosser. I think it's like equivalent like dumbass, idiot, something like that in American, like regular U.S. slang. A dosser is like, dumbass. Or if you speak Spanish, pendejo. Oh my gosh. What they want with us. My name is Willie. Willie Beeman, who got to lay. Anyway, I don't think this did any favors. I'm out. Holla at the kid, the return of Egoveli. It's just like I really feel AJ is using this for convenience. He's using the fact that it ended controversially and now trying to jump in the mix and reassert himself. So when he ends up fighting someone not named Tyson Fury, not named Deontay Wilder in April, he could justify it. And this is easy to see. Dante, shout out to my dude Dante, Dante's Boxing Nation. He did a video, And he said something to the effect of, this is before this first take and all that stuff. Listen to Dante's video. And what he said is, Anthony Joshua is the happiest man in America. Or whatever. I don't think he said America. But he said he's the happiest man in boxing. Or in the heavyweight division or something. And then he explains in this video, all before this interview, he said he's the happiest man because look at how the Fury Wilder fight went, how it ended. So in essence, it gives Joshua a scapegoat because if they lock up in a rematch, and the other thing is they're both elite level fighters, so they get to bang each other up while he gets to fight guys he already beat or, guys he is heavily favored to beat, and they're fighting tough elite level fights with each other, and soften each other up and then gonna have to fight him. See? So Joshua gets to fight, I'm telling you, all this stuff is gonna wait. I can't wait. I want to see Dillian White versus Derek Chisora. All eyes on me. I want to see how that fight plays out because that's going to be imperative because their game plan is going to suffer heavily if Dillian White don't win. But yeah, so Joshua, Dante was right. He is the happiest man in heavyweight because at the end of the day, they're putting each other through grueling fights, and he's not having to right now. His last grueling fight was probably the Klitschko fight, really grueling. A guy he was, should have been fighting or, a respected fight, whatnot. So Wilder and Fury gonna, push each other to the limits because they're both elite for 2 fights, and then he's sitting back fighting guys he already beat when he wasn't even a champion. Who the fuck is Mark? All right, we got a hot seat. Mark says Dillian White has a better resume than Deontay Wilder. Okay, so who's he beat? That resume is resume, so it doesn't even matter who he beat. Name someone he fought that's better than Tyson Fury. And you can't even say AJ because he never fought AJ. So you can't guarantee that he's better that AJ's better. So who's he fought? I know he wants attention. We're going to give it to him. I got time. I do this full time. I was just going to get something to eat, but I'll just stay around another 5 minutes. It's no biggie. Mark, you got 10 seconds. We're not waiting all day. Okay, so who is he fought? You said Dillian White has a better resume? No one, but he's fought more top 10 fighters. Get him out of here. He just said no one. That's all I need to hear. Block him. Mark Sturge. Get your dumbass commenting ass out of here. You said he hasn't fought no one better than Tyson Fury, but then you said he has a better resume. See how that doesn't really correlate? So he's never fought someone equivalent to Tyson Fury, but his resume is better. And then you said because he fought more top 10. Listen, the heavyweight division is really easy to put on a tier system. You got champions or people who were champions, Wilder, Fury, and AJ. And then you got the next tier, which would probably be like Gerald Miller's, Luis Ortiz, Dillian White's, just guys like that. Maybe even Joe Joyce. I don't even know if you could add him because he doesn't have that many fights. But then, you got the prospects, Tony Yoka, Joe Joyce people, Daniel Dubois, guys who look really good but haven't really fought anyone, a Jogba, Adam Kanowski, that kind of. And then you have the tier below that, which is like everybody else. So you can be top 10 and still not be this crazy world beater. And these guys down at this tier could be solid, but, typically have multiple losses, 2, 3+ losses. Anyway, I'm out. Y'all, listen, Joe Rogan already told you what it is. They could fight, they could kick and scream, they could say whatever, but at the end of the day, real recognize real. And that's what it is. So, you guys could live in fantasy land, but, as far as I'm concerned, this is not a good look for Joshua because, why wait? That's like me. That's like a girl being interested in me and she's like pursuing me and I'm fronting her off and, won't take her out on a date. And then she ends up hooking up with a guy And then she posts the ultrasound pictures. Hey, I'm 2 weeks pregnant. And then I'm trying to date her. She just got knocked up by another dude and posting the ultrasound picture. And then that's when I want to establish a date. Get the fuck out of here, bro. Hey, my analogies be on point. Listen, if a woman was pursuing me and then I was just kind of fronting her off, wasn't, I was just dilly-dallying and shit like that. And I wasn't committing to like take her out and, see what it could be. And then she goes on and ends up dating another dude. And then she posts an ultrasound picture on her Instagram talking about, hey guys, I'm 2 weeks pregnant. And then now all of a sudden I'm like, hey, phoning her and texting her. Hey, what's up? You want to go to the movies? How the fuck do you think I would look? I want to take her to the movie. So when she was pursuing me and I was like, couldn't make the time for her, that just existed, But the moment she is obviously pregnant by somebody, not me, and she's 2 weeks pregnant, now I want to take her out. Get the fuck out of here. Hey, Pamela, listen, wait, I know you're pregnant. I seen the ultrasound pictures, but I just want to take you to the movies. I'll buy the popcorn. Let's just see how this goes. Like, what the fuck? What would your boy look like? What would your boy ego look like if I fronted on this chick and y'all found out about it? This whole story. I fronted on her. She was active. She had a high level of interest for me. She was pursuing me. And I'm just like, never, always kicking it with my boys. Never made time for her. And then she fuck around and, do her own thing. Post an ultrasound picture with the little, this and your baby is the size of a Brussels sprout. All that shit, what women be posting. Your new son is the size of a pumpkin seed. He's the size of a squash. Like, what the fuck? This motherfucker growing quick? That should be changing like a motherfucker. He's the size of you're 1 week pregnant. He's the size of a fucking pinhead. And then the next day, like, he's the size of a raisin. He's the size of a water buffalo. Like, what the fuck? Like, this motherfucker growing hella quick. He the size of a water buffalo in her tummy. Dudes be stupid. We don't know how this shit be going on. Yeah, your son is the size of a fucking acai berry. Like, what the fuck? Like, for real? It's the size of a watermelon. Like, damn, slow this shit down. That motherfucker growing and shit. And then now I'm trying to date the girl. Get the fuck. Y'all some dossers. Y'all some dossers, bro. Now, AJ, I got analogies all day, bro. AJ waited till the ultrasound pictures and then, hey, Pamela, what do you say we go out? Like, motherfucker, she pregnant. You talking about, what do you say we go out for some dinner and drinks? She pregnant. You trying to get her drunk, baby gonna come out and get, like, what? She's pregnant. You trying to feed her drinks and shit? You Bill Cosby out this motherfucker? Yeah. I would like to take you out, even though you're pregnant. Now, I would like to take you to the Olive Garden where we can eat. The fuck? Y'all some dossers, bro. Pamela, I was wondering if you'd like to go out for dinner and drinks, but you just seen the ultrasound. You think she gonna drink with your dumbass? Is she pregnant? What do you think? What is wrong with you? You cannot be pregnant without my permission. Like, the fuck? Hell no. Y'all some Cosby ass motherfuckers, man. I put the Quaalude in the drink. It doesn't matter what the but new media. You see, the new media, we got the. What the fuck? Bill Cosby was, now that it came to light, that shit he was doing was kind of weird. Like, dancing and shit. The pudding! Like, you a weirdo. What bruh you ever know, like, what black dude you know, like, just be doing all that, wearing sweaters every day and shit, dancing. doing all that. Like, where are you from, Bill? You acting strange. I'm from Compton, CPT, the Hub City. Like, you are not from Compton, Bill. You are not from Compton, bruh. You know, niggas is keeping bracket, be sea walking and crip dancing. What a Bill, what a Bill did. What a Bill was from LA. Bill, bitch, throw up your set. About to wet the strip. Busters. Nah. Bill just, oh shit. That'll be a trip. If Bill starts set tripping. I put that on God. Oh God. Treyway. Let me stop. You know, it's the Treyway. He from Philly? He from North Philly? I didn't know he from Philly. Is he from Philly? Okay, Bill, but he probably is kind of gangster then. Philly got some... Philly, they don't just got cheesesteak sandwiches. Oh, shit, I gotta leave Bill alone. That motherfucker, he from Philly. What up, Ock? I heard you were making jokes. Hey, Bill might come with the... Fucking I Spy, look at that. That motherfucker, he from Philly? Oh, shit, I better stop. That motherfucker, he might come looking for me. You think Big Bill the only one that did jail, nigga? Anyway, shout out to Philly, man. North Philly, all my Akis, you know what I'm saying? Anyway, AJ trying to date the girl after she got an ultrasound, bro. What? Yeah, shout out to Will Smith. Now that's how you're supposed to drive. Now what? That's Will Smith be doing that yell. Now that's how you're supposed to shoot. Now that's how you're supposed to drive. That's how you drive. My neighbors probably think I'm crazy as shit. Yeah, I heard Bill Cosby and Will Smith are there arguing. Bill screaming, "What up, Ock?" is wild as fuck. What up, Ocky, dog? Man, I came to get the body here. Got the stick there. Dog. He said hitting you with them putty pops. I know he using Jello slang for the drugs and shit. We got a brick of the Jello. You see, like a brick of Jello. What? The feds on wiretap. What? Anyway. Man, I'm out. But anyway, Joshua waiting until the ultrasound to say something. Now he want to date the girl. You know, it doesn't make sense. You know, that's like, oh my God, I'm the king of analogies. I got another one for y'all. That's like what AJ's doing right now. That's why it looks bad. That's like getting the flu shot after you sick. Like motherfucker, you already got the flu. What the flu shot gonna do now? You can't get the flu. That's not how that work. Yeah, let me just hit me right there, player. Hit me right there. You gonna get a flu shot, but your dumb ass already sick. So you're supposed to get the flu shot, you know, the influenza, you know, get the little, you know, get that pre-sickness. You're supposed to get that before you get sick to help your immune system. AJ ass gonna get the flu shot when he already sick. It's mad. You know, you sick getting flu shots and shit, bro. Like, what? That's not how that works. Yeah, hit me. It's not how that works. You're supposed to get the flu shot first to help you and prevent you from getting sick. Like, this is crazy. It's mad. This is crazy. you do a call out when Wilder and Fury announce they're going to start negotiations next week. You think that makes the most sense? Yeah, let me call them out when they about to fight. They already fought this month. And they said they was going to try to fight again, and they all down to fight. So let me jump in the mix. Let me jump in the mix and say I want to fight them. What? So, again, the reason why AJ's getting the flack is because you had ample time to do all of this call-out shit. But you literally wait until they have a fight that you said you're not watching, that you said you're going to bed for, that you're not going to be ringside for. You wait for a controversial outcome. You wait for a conference call a couple days later with Wilder that I was on. You know, they didn't let me answer no questions, but I was still on it. We did it live. You wait for Tyson Fury, who on a treadmill saying, Bronze Bomber, you're going to get it, you know. And, you know, everyone's still talking about Wilder Fury. You wait for all these things to happen. Now you call out one of them because you say you don't want to fight Fury because he don't have a belt, but you're down to fight Dillian White and you're gonna go to his next fight. Come on, bro. I'm out. You know this. If this makes sense to you, if you can sew up all these loose ends, then you're a seamstress. You know, and I know you guys can't. So you know, I'm out. I've already said my piece. That's how I feel. You know, you guys can continue making excuses. And the funniest thing is that a lot of the people from the UK, they'd be like, oh, you deluded Americans. All right. You know, but listen to what people are saying. Listen, I'm seeing UK fans come around and all types of shit. Is Joe Rogan on this podcast? Who's really deluded? You know, you're trying to go against the grain of what everyone is saying right now. You know, and as far as like Stephen A. Smith and Max Kellerman, they weren't asking certain things. They weren't asking certain things that the public needs answers to. Like play that interview where he said 2019 possibly, 2020 possibly, because he's on par with that actually being a reality. You know, he said, oh, you know, Joshua, a lot of people call him a puppet, but what he's doing is like a puppet because he's repeating the same talking points from casuals and the same talking points from Eddie, what do I say, bruv? You know? He's saying the same shit. Like, oh, yeah, this is the only window in April 13th because we got mandatories, right? You know? All right. He's saying the same talking points. But he's not understanding. He's not like he's getting lost in the sauce. He's getting lost in the sauce because shout out to Fanon International Boxing with the $50. Shout out to you. Thanks for what you're doing for boxing. Appreciate you. Man, we just trying to be real. We just got to get boxing. And see, this is, you know, I appreciate the super chat. Thank you. But I just feel like boxing, they need more voices that is going to be realistic. I don't want people to think that boxing is in a bad place. That's the thing. 2013 was kind of weak for boxing. You know, there was like a couple good fight, Mayweather versus somebody or whatever, but we're in a real good spot. We got to keep this rolling. You know, boxing on DAZN and the Foxes and shit. We have a lot of eyes watching us. UFC's not, to me, killing right now. They're not doing that great. So we got to keep this ball rolling. You know, so if we can eliminate some of the falsehoods and the bullshit and, you know, different stuff like that, we need to keep this going. We just trying to get to the truth. You know, that's really what it is. And, you know, for AJ, like I said, for him to come out now and all of a sudden you want to fight and you're aggressive with it, you know, damn near. That's phony because you weren't being aggressive when you didn't know what the outcome with Wilder Fury was going to be. You get what I'm saying? When you thought Wilder was going to knock out Tyson Fury, why weren't you screaming on Wilder to take the April date? You wait until after there's controversy to show up. Yeah, shout out to Fanon International for the major cosign with the $50 super chat. You know, follow his channel and everything. These dudes is getting washed. All you man fans is getting washed. The only people who are seeing it different are, you know, people who aren't talking from a facts perspective, you know, who are using emotion and or national pride or I'm Nigerian, I'm from the UK, so no matter what. even though I know Canelo's going to knock out Amir Khan, I'm going to say Amir Khan's going to win. We know the games, you know. It's cool. Listen, there's a difference between standing next to your countryman or woman or whatever and lying to yourself. You know, most boxing professionals knew that Amir Khan would do well for as long as he could versus Canelo, but the inevitable was Canelo would either win on the scorecards, but more than likely knock out him. So if you're just rocking with Khan and lying to yourself, saying he was going to knock out Canelo or some shit that you knew wasn't really likely, then, you know, you're doing yourself a disservice. Same thing with this AJ shit. You can like AJ, you can be from the UK, you could be from the same place. You're just lying to yourself by stating this. And then, you know, shout out to Tyson Fury. This dude is like become a cult classic. You know, the UK traveler world is like a dark world where a lot of people don't like them. They're like considered what we in America call like trailer trash. You know, that's how they're treated. You know, they're like the people on Demolition Man that lived under the sewer. Oh, you telling me this is a rat burger? I'm eating rat. And they're like, do you see any cows, motherfucker? That's how the gypsies are treated. And you got a gypsy who didn't even really get respect off the rip. And he's now, everyone's like falling in love with his story and what he's doing. And same thing with Wilder. This is crazy. This is crazy. And, you know, AJ's looking like Shonuff. One of my favorite movies, The Last Dragon. You are the last dragon, and you possess the power of the glow. He looking like Shonuff. Rest in peace. Remember when Shonuff, you know, throughout the movie, he was like the big bad shogun from Harlem. Who's the meanest? Am I the baddest? Shonuff, yeah. Kiss my convert. Though he was Billy Badass the whole movie, and then when Bruce Leroy started believing in himself, he started taxing that ass. Shonuff was like, zzz, zzz. His little glow started dimming. That's Joshua right now. All that A side, all that shoot 'em up shit y'all be talking, all that A side, the glow and all that, it's starting to dim. You let the heavyweight division move without you. Fury's getting some of that. Wilder's getting some of that. If they rematch, the winner of that's going to get some. And Joshua's just like, zzz, 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 zzz. And he got to do something. You know, he got to get that glow back. The way he can get the glow back is fight the winner. But it looks like he's going to have to wait because Wilder and Fury should be next. You know, and we know the game. If Wilder fights Fury, then they're going to say, oh, the haters, the man fan, they're going to say, oh, he's scared of AJ. AJ left the date open for him. You know, but then if he fights AJ, then they're going to say he's ducking Fury because Fury beat him in the first fight. You get what I'm saying? So we can't be concerned with the bullshit. We already know what it is. The same people that didn't like Wilder yesterday, they're not going to like him today. They're not going to like him tomorrow. And they're not going to give him credit. So, you know, we can't even be bothered. Like I said, Wilder, this is how you know that motherfuckers is hating. Wilder fought 40 people. These same motherfuckers said he fought 40 people, all bums. Even when he fought Luis Ortiz, they kept saying he was fighting, you know, 40 people, 40 bums and all this shit, right? Now he has Luis Ortiz and Tyson Fury, so his 2008 is definitely better than Joshua's 2008 in terms of challenges, right? And they're still saying he fights bums. You know, they're still questioning his resume. They know it don't make sense, but it's comfort food for them. You know, you go through a breakup and you want to eat some bonbons, you need some comfort food. You don't care that you're getting fat and greasy, fat, bloated, backed up, greasy cheeseburger, biscuit eating. You know, you don't care. You just want something to comfort you. That's what these dudes, you know, they're not going to give the credit. So, you know, we're not going to, there's only a few people that are like that in boxing. So, you know, we can't focus on that all the time. If Wilder fight, he's in the catch-22. If he fights Fury, you'll say he's ducking AJ, who went on first take and has the date open. If he fights against AJ for legacy, then you'll say he didn't want no smoke with Tyson Fury because Fury beat him in the first fight. So that's why you got to just stick to your guns. I think Wilder should fight Fury. You know, AJ and them, they already made their bed. They already made it complex. You know, creating DAZN, leaving Showtime. You know, they broke relationships, I'm sure, doing that. All types of shit. Let them be in their own world. Let AJ, you know, karma. Give AJ what he wanted. Because I'm telling you this, Wilder, if he knocks out Tyson Fury, we already know Tyson Fury gives him a tough fight because he already did that. Wilder is setting himself up nicely to get more respect in the boxing than AJ. If he can come back and make adjustments and win, you know, brutally or something versus Tyson Fury, then that's going to leave AJ looking bad because AJ is going to probably have to fight Dillian White and then fight Kubrat Pulev. Meanwhile, you know, Wilder's going to fight Fury, and if he can get past him and then fight like a Dominic Brazil, you know, so who's doing it bigger? You know, and I think that's what Joshua didn't expect. Joshua's team didn't expect. They thought all roads lead to us. They thought it was inconceivable. Shout out to Princess Bride. They thought it was inconceivable that Wilder could fight anybody this year that would make any noise, like real noise, true noise, or upstage them. And they were oh so wrong, because there's this motherfucker Gypsy with a lot of heart, and he stepped up for the challenge, and that threw a monkey wrench in everything. It threw a monkey wrench in everything that they were doing, because they didn't think that was a possibility. See, so I think in 1 year, Wilder's team has been playing chess, and AJ's team has been playing checkers, because 2 times at least they created these situations that it got flipped on them. They offered Wilder some bullshit flat rate money. Wilder came back with his team after being silent for a couple weeks with $50 million, put AJ on Front Street. Who doesn't? They asked, I was at the fight, man. They asked Evander Holyfield, Riddick Bowe, and all these dudes, all these great legends, Ernie Shavers, would you fight anybody for $50 million? And they're like, shit, yeah. What you mean? Like, of course I would. AJ's the only one that gonna ask for something and then say, no, I won't lose my soul. See, that's what I'm saying. Whoever's writing Joshua's cue cards, or if it's internal or whatever, they got to sort that out, because this is not a good look. How you gonna ask for something and then get mad when it's presented to you? Your mom go to the store. Hey, I'm getting ice cream. You want some ice cream? Yeah, give me the Ben & Jerry's Cherry Garcia. She bring it back, and you're like, oh, I don't want this. Why'd you buy this ice cream? Like, are you bipolar? What do you mean, why'd I buy that? You just said it, you know? This is AJ. He's on camera. Yeah. These fans are so funny, because they know they're losing the battle. They know they're losing the battle, and they still try to lie. AJ's on camera. He's like, they're saying it's a $100 million fight, right? Tell you what, the thing about it is, give me 50 mil, no problem, 50 mil, no problem. You know, all this shit, no problem. And then they gave you 50 mil, and it was a problem. Or they offered it to you. They didn't give it to you because you have to fight for it. The fans seen Joshua say that. This is what I'm saying. First tape, they're not showing nothing like that. Show that tape. Remember Menace to Society, where O-Dog was like, hey, why y'all keep bitching about my tape? Show the tape. That's what I want to see on first tape. Play the tape. 50 mil. No problem. It's mad. No problem. You know? You see, the thing is, right? No problem. Play the tape and it say, answer. You know, why did you ask for some shit you didn't want? Why didn't you say, hey, 50 mil in the UK, let's get it? Play the tape. See, they're going to just graze over that. That's why I said. That's why YouTube boxing community is like, you know, digital platforms like this is killing. Because we talking that real. Because we real boxing fans. Not no propaganda machine or like some bullshit for ratings. You know, we get ratings. I get ratings talking about the truth. I speak the truth. Shout out to Teddy Fresh, $10 super chat. Wilder and Fury made the fight in 3 days, but AJ can't make the fight with Wilder. I'm not selling my belts. Get the fuck out of here. That's what I'm saying. So who would you rather work with? The guy who you actually like him, you know? Because I always got the notion they released that picture of Wilder and Fury sitting on a couch together and like, hey, they're friends. Look, this is all fake. They're sitting together. So you rather work next to that person again and work with his team and it was seamless, or AJ who gave you the runaround all year, him and Eddie Hearns. But anyway, play that tape. AJ, ask AJ your ratings. ESPN, if they want ratings, play the tape. Shout out to Fanon International Boxing Channel, new member. Can we get some claps? Play the tape, man. Then we could see. Ask AJ about that. I don't care about this other like minuscule shit. Ask him. You know, we got to get some claps up, y'all. Clap. Bravo. We need some claps. The clap emojis. Appreciate you. You get what I'm saying? Just play the tape and say, hey, why'd you say this? Why'd you ask for 50? What really happened? And see what AJ says. You know? Like I said, you got Ebro got Kodak Black so, you know, angry with the line of questioning that he walks up out of an interview. But then when these boxers get interviewed, everybody want to ask them certain questions that, you know, that they can answer well and shit like that. Instead of getting to the nitty gritty, you know, Ebro offended Kodak Black, but nobody want to offend these boxers. It's not about like trying to hurt people's feelings. I just want to know. I really want to know why he asked for 50 million and then didn't accept it. Like, what? Who does that? Who asks for something they don't want? Simply put. That's like me asking for channel members and Patreons. You know, hey, if you want to sign up, it helps the channel. And then I don't want them. I get mad at y'all for signing up. Like, it's just girls selling Girl Scout cookies outside of a store. Hey, you want some Girl Scout cookies? And then I'm like, yeah, sure. You know, I'll take some Thin Mints and, you know, Samoas. I'll take $3 each. And then they get mad at me for buying what they offer. Like, what? What does that happen? Play the tape, man. But they don't want to ask Joshua nothing because they already know. You know, that would settle. That would dead all of this. That would dead all of this. Why you ask for 50 mil? Why you type let's roll with some flames? You ain't trying to roll. Like, how you trying to roll and then keep roadblock? Just, you got to listen to the lingo too. AJ said on First Take, oh, no fantasy contract. We're not trying to hear that fantasy contract. What is a fan? What is he talking about? What fantasy contract? What did Wilder ask for? It's not like, what do you think Wilder's asking for? What is this fantasy contract shit? You know, it's not like Wilder's like, man, give me 2 butt naked midgets from the Philippines. Like, what do you think he's asking for? He's not asking for nothing like crazy that I've heard about. I need 2 butt naked scrippers, some scripper little people from the Philippines. I want to walk out with Takashi, so he need to be released from custody. Like, what do you think Joshua is asking for? I mean, what do you think Wilder's asking for? That's crazy. It makes no sense, people. Makes no sense. Then AJ saying, he was just saying foolish stuff. Like, you know, oh, I don't wear a lot of bling. Nobody care what jewelry you got on. I ain't not heard one Wilder fan say, man, this fight sucked because Joshua ain't got enough jewelry on. What is Joshua talking about? Why did he say that? Why did Joshua say, I don't wear a lot of bling? What in the fuck does that have to do with Wilder fight or Tyson Fury? No one asked for no bling fest or bling contest. They want to see you. Oh, shoot. They want to see you fight the man. Not who has the best, clearest stones and who got cloudy diamonds. Nobody asked for that. So he made that up. But, to try to create this calamity. Thank you. To create this calamity and then, wait until they already announced that they're going to try to push for a rematch. WBC's okay with it. Now, all of a sudden, you're like, oh, hey, I want to fight you. You could have been doing this. Why wasn't he doing it this summer? Going on First Take and all this. Crazy. Crazy stuff, people. He really thinks he's a better person than Wilder, and it's becoming more obvious by the day. That's what I said, that prima donna attitude, and it comes through. Like, no fantasy contracts. What's a fantasy? Like, what do you... That's what I'm saying. People are gassing up the situation. Listen, everything I'm saying is supported. And Max Kellerman's talking about he's bigger than Canelo. No, the fuck he's not. Look, Max Kellerman said he bigger than Canelo worldwide. But this is Joshua on the A train. Look, this man in New York on public transportation with a beanie on, and ain't nobody coming up to him. Like, man, me and Joshua probably get the same amount of exposure in New York. You know what I'm saying? The same amount of people that know us. I get people to come up to me like, oh, hey, I fuck with your YouTube. I've been stopped in grocery stores and shit like that. This dude on the train, ain't nobody going like crazy. The Rock couldn't just be up on that train and then nobody would like be trying to take pictures and shit with him. That's what I'm saying. Joshua's celebrity, he's a star for sure. Nobody's hating on that. But his star power shines brightest in the UK, and that's abundantly clear. This dude went to the NBA game. No one even knew who he was. They thought he was like a bench warmer, like, oh, you play for the Warriors? What are you, a forward, motherfucker? Like, what position you play? They didn't even know who he was. The motherfucker eating hot dogs, looking around and shit. Like, you see how he's eating a hot dog? He was eating a hot dog looking. Who are you looking for? Eminem can't go places. That's what I'm saying. Eminem ain't just gonna be on the subway. By and large. Look, another person with a Nigerian type name, and it says, ha ha ha, you stupid for hating on AJ. Okay. They know what I'm saying is true, bro. He was just on the subway. I thought he's the A side. What? Listen, the people, new media, we just playing the same game Eddie Hearn's playing. He said, haha, AJ is a huge star. He's the international everything. Nobody knows nobody knows Wilder in New York. Well, AJ's not from New York, but if you're a global international star, like Conor McGregor, you think he's just going to be on the regular subway? Probably not. He's probably going to have to, get a tour bus or some shit. He's probably not going to just be on the subway like that. He'd probably get a driver. So, the bottom line is AJ's big, but it's most of it from the UK. He hasn't really made his presence known in the USA. This dude's on a train. It's like, have you ever seen that episode of Martin? Where Martin got fired from the radio show? And he's like, Wanda, what you mean? I'm trying to tell you they know me in here. And she's like, ha, they don't know you, honey. And Martin was like, yeah, they do. They know me in this motherfucker. He's like, watch this. Watch how I roll. And Martin was like, what up? And everybody in the unemployment office was just looking. It was hella dead. Crickets. And he said, I said, what's up? And the angry black dude was like, Man, sit your ass down. That's AJ, bro. The America's different, bro. It's just different. He said, I said, what up? Man, sit your ass down. That's it. That's Anthony Johnson. Like, bro, America's different. You know, it's just big. We compete with a lot of stuff. There's only a select few, like Will Smith, The Rock, Conor McGregor, Floyd. They probably wouldn't be on the subway, you know, just in general, unless they had like a fat ass entourage. Because it would cause probably too many people to be. If Floyd's on the subway, it probably cause too many people to try to like, oh, he's on the thing, you know, and too many people to go into the wrong cart. You know what I'm saying? You got to look at the weight distribution on connected subway cars, you know, and it would be hella people packed like sardines trying to get to Floyd, you know, to take pictures and shit. AJ was there comfortable, you know, nobody was bothering him or nothing. I mean, he's a big dude, so, you know, no one's probably gonna fuck with him, but they weren't like, you know, Eddie Murphy got noticed more in Coming to America. He was like, oh my God, it is you. I have waited my whole life for this very moment. Please, please. That dude was like, bow down to you. It is the Prince of Zamunda. I will remember this for my entire life. Eddie was like, he's like, who is that? He's like, oh, I don't know. I met him in the bathroom. Eddie Hearns and Joshua act like that's how. He said Von D. Curtis Hall. Yup. Y'all know y'all movies. He was like, can I take a picture? I will remember this moment for my entire life. They act like AJ just walking around and that's the come on, stop, bro. So it is what it is. But like I said, I don't think the first take made his case. I don't think that helped him really. I don't think that helped what he got going on, because again, you waited till people get locked up. You know, it's common knowledge. That's like I don't know, anybody, Andrade or Canelo or something calling out the Charlos knowing that they have a fight coming up. Hey, the shooters is getting quick. They getting quick. I didn't even have to say anything, and they already know. Shout out to Mosquito. He did that tombstone. He clapped him like Wyatt Earp. Oh my gosh. These shooters are getting quick. Mosquito, don't even worry about it. These dudes is desperate, you know. They desperate as fuck. Anyway, I'm out. I've been bumping my gums. That's my thoughts. This didn't really help Joshua at all, you know, because everyone could see where it's coming from. It's mad. You know, you wait till certain things unfolded to jump bad and get on the whole Wilder Fury buildup. Where was AJ? You know, he was working out, you know, doing bicep pumps and shit. And then now all of a sudden, after we get a controversial outcome, you jump in the mix like, hey, April, it's open for you. No, it don't work like that. Because you could have been saying that when you thought Wilder was going to knock out Fury, but you did. Like I said, it's like coming up with a fight prediction after the fight happens. You know, you can't do that. You get it's like, you know, Lomachenko Pedraza. All right, see, I knew it was going to be a tough fight. Like, how you knew, but you didn't say nothing before? I'm out. Holla at the kids. Shout out to the new channel members. Shout out to Fanon and everybody that joined. We got another channel member. Super chats. You know, we just working. Boxing is back. Don't ever forget that. Holla at your boy. And we out.